Hey guys, Tales of Turam here. We're back with another Tale of Steel and Flame session. So, before we continue, watch the video on the update about what happened with Domino. That'll tell you why he is no longer in my games. Not the exact reasons, but you'll see why. Anyways, now we're here with Theolyn, and I'm thinking about adding other characters to this game just because otherwise it's kind of like just a Tale of Steel.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This is on the day that we had a falling out, but yeah. Anyways, so. You ready to start, Theolyn?
Yep.
Okay. Theolyn. As you awaken to the morning sun after your meditative stance, you look around the mountainous edge which you find yourself upon. As you do, the tower which once stood there is gone, and but a little crystal ball remains upon the ground. Black threads of ink, almost like substance, surrounding it in a ritualistic circle.
I tapped the crystal and trying to activate it.
As you activate the crystal, you do see the little creature appears as a flickering hologram almost. Hello, Theolyn. I can't do his voice. This is where he's going to be. I have left you behind. You travel too slow. I will arrive to Zephyr, and I will let her know that you are searching. Until then, journey on your own. I thank you for the fish, and I thank you for the kind times you have brought upon me. However, I must be going. Ta-ta. Have a good one. I never know how to end these. Goodbye. And the crystal ball stops. Shatters.
Goodbye, Tosk.
As Tosk has left your party. But that means there's room for more to join.
Strange, I've never actually been this alone. But at
Now
least I
you're
still have you, Bartholomew.
Now you're realizing what fucking Ryan went through when you first joined him. Continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
Alright.
As you say that to Bartholomew, in your mind, I shall not leave your side until you perish, my good sir.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen for some time, my good friend. I feel a little silly about this, but you can talk to me, so that is all that matters. Alright. We still have to get to Cypher and get to the Lich's Union. Gotta warn them about Tobias Pharaoh. Hopefully we can get there before whatever information Tobias is searching for is found.
The wind blows heavily on this mountain ridge. The bones still protruding. In the cave above you, where the Behir, to your knowledge, still rests.
That poor Behir. Its children dead at the hands of hunters. Regardless, and I get on top of Bartholomew, we should get going. We need to gain as much distance as we can. While Tosk did take us quite a bit, we
To the other
gained
side of the
about a
valley,
half
but
day's
not.
travel.
You gained about half day, yeah.
So, we still have around a month or so
So,
in order to get there.
you begin your journey then down the mountain and across the valley to an extent to continue on your way, correct?
Yeah.
Make me just an athletics check with a +5 for the ram.
Okay. For the ramp. Alright. Rolls. Hey, Otis.
Yeah. So you want to make a character?
Okay, I'll go make a character.
Make a character level 12. We're in the Angelic Aliens, so Osmir are allowed if you want.
I love that.
Is it my athletics +5 or?
Just athletics, so it's just a +5.
Okay. 19 for the ram.
19 for the ram. The ram begins to make good headway. Bartholomew adjusted to high mountain places like this. They're a little bit less because these are more sturdy ridges rather than the well, they usually be more shale to an extent than the ridges of the canyons of Durath. And you can see there's a little bit of fear in his eyes because this is miles high rather than Durath's. But he sticks true in about half the day's journey as noon begins to approach. Oh fuck, I just almost barfed for some reason. But as 3 o'clock approaches, you have about 3 hours before the sun begins to set. You've made your way quite a bit to the edge of where this valley would be, heading eastwards. And you look back towards where you journeyed with Tosk. As you do, the remembrance of Ryan Farrow's exploding citadel passes through your mind. As you recall the King and Iron's declaration that you have 1 month to make your decision.
I'll, in my mind... My king, are you there?
I am always here.
Forgive me for saying this, but Ryan Farrow seems like he is in a good position and would not need help. And I understand his betrayal has hurt you deeply. And I wish to assure you of my position. And that I, while friend of Ryan Farrow, will stick by your side.
Make another persuasion check.
Who's Ryan Farrow?
Someone.
I've heard him mentioned a lot, but I have no idea.
One of Domino's characters, unfortunately.
Who's Domino? Is he a big shot?
No.
No, that's it was a different
Much
player.
better
There's
yeah. Don't need to talk about that on recording.
yeah.
Much better player, but unfortunate stuff.
Do I have guidance? I don't think I do. I'm a fucking paladin.
Yoda, so you're
I
making a
do
character
not.
then?
Yeah, I'm making a character right now.
Does Mord want to join? Or no?
Nat 20.
Wait, what?
Does Mord want to join?
No, he didn't. He's playing League right now. I was too, but I wanted to go play.
Ah, fucking.
Anyways,
loser.
Natural
I got
20.
a nat 20.
You hear
yeah.
in your mind, now that I have had time to adjust, I shall let it go. Ryan is a warrior and feels betrayed. I understand his point of view, though he may never return to my lands. You may stand by his side as a friend, but recall, you are a squire to me, a knight to be. And that's all you get back.
I'll send you gifts, like I do to Sugaroth.
Anyways, as you continue your journey along, up the mountains, down the hill. Yes?
Sorry, I was asking. I was making a sorcerer. Is there any type of dragon ancestor you don't allow?
Not really.
Not really? Cool. I'll be gold.
Okay, that's fine. As you continue along your journey, I would like you to roll a d100 for the day.
D100. 69!
Nice!
We're getting the good rolls.
Okay.
We're getting the good rolls today.
A little bit off track, because you're not really that survivalistic. I don't believe anyways, right?
No, I'm not. I
You're
think
like,
my survival
which
is a
way's
+3.
north, which way's south, east, west? You get about 2 days' journey, well, you get about the rest of the day's journey, and you see a small valley that's about 300 feet wide, you would say, and it starts up on another small hill going up. But in the middle of this, you can see a river runs through it, a lot of vegetation and trees, and you can see a single large lodge with roads leading over the village and then towards the mountains again. You can see smoke coming out of it, lights are on, and you could hear the sound of people. You can see carriages parked. Seems to be not a halfway point, but a halfway house, a lodge, if you will.
Ah, Bartholomew, this is wondrous. It would sure beat camping out in the wilderness.
You hear in your head, that is a good observation, my lord.
Thank you, Sir Bartholomew.
My hands hurt very badly.
We'll see if you can rest here. If not, I can dismiss the spell and summon you in the morning.
Understood. As you continue down towards the lodge, you begin to see large rocks. What's your passive perception?
Theolyn's passive perception is 17.
It's getting pretty chilly for the night, and you can start to hear music from the lodge below. 1 second. Let me get the actual music started here. No, that's not it. Town ambience. As you hear this music and it grows louder, you can see the house is surrounded by the large field here, the large plains, which seem to host a large amount of grass that seems to be, as Bartholomew starts to push through it, about 3 feet tall.
Oh wow. Let's keep our way to the lodge. I'll cut down the tall grass, I guess, in front of like directly in front of me with my sword as Bartholomew walks forward.
As you begin to cut grass, you begin to pass through vines and whatnot, through these trees, gathering a bit of fruit. Passive perception of 17. Something seems oddly out of place here, but you can't pick it up. You know something is off as the cold air is pushing, but the cold air is starting to get very cold, and this lodge feels very welcoming.
Something's wrong, Bartholomew.
You can't hear him.
Divine sense?
As soon as you cast Divine Sense, you are almost blinded by the amount of Fey energy in this area.
Odds. What games do you wish to play, Faye?
As you say
creatures
this,
of Fae.
as you say this, you watch as Bartholomew shakes its head, and he begins to just start moving forward, even though you're telling him to stop, towards the lodge.
I dismiss the spell.
You land on the ground, and you stand up in the tall grass. And as soon as you push yourself off, you see bones. Shards of bones within the grass. And as the music fills your ears once again, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. This is a plus 14. 34 for nat 20, 34. Look at getting the
You
rolls
manage to
today.
shear it off as you feel this influence attempting to pull your attention towards the lodge. And you can see carts that are parked haphazardly outside the lodge as like you, hand on weapon, begin to approach very cautiously. You can see horses that are just horses where the carts should be that are gone. You could see the carts themselves have been rummaged through. And you can hear the sound of footsteps dancing on the inside of the lodge. You can see a few fires, like these large campfires that are on the outside, these bonfires. And you can see a few people passed out by them, with bottles of alcohol. Some of them are half-dressed, some of them aren't dressed at all. A few of them look noble in attire, a few of them do look religious in attire. And some of them just look like travelers or common folk. As the door to the small lodge, the lodge itself, the lodge is pretty big when you get close to it, but the lodge itself has a few chimneys of just stone that are pouring smoke out. You could see large windows that seem to show off firelight inside with shadows passing over them. They're crystal-like glass. You can see the doorway itself seems to have 2 swinging doors that can be opened, but they do have handles. You can hear people partying inside. But you know this is a dangerous place. Fey magic is not forgiving. What are you doing?
And does my divine sense pick up that these people are also Fae, or are they just
No,
regular people?
some of them have different things like undead, celestial, to an extent, like what you would normally see upon people in these lands. But the entire area that you've been walking through is just Fae presence, as if this is its like domain.
Shit. Okay.
You start to look around. Your passive perception picks up dancing on the inside, just as the doors seem to swing a little bit. An individual. Eodis, describe the look of your character, please.
You see him cloaked in a robe, trying to obscure his face as he is in a corner drinking alcohol.
Once again, he is dancing.
Oh, he's dancing. Sorry.
He's been charmed here in this house. I see.
Oh, okay. He is an Azamar. He's bright wings. It looks like he's been through a lot of battles, but he also looks young. He's very bright for an Azamar. Bright white skin, hair, eyes.
And what kind of dancing is he doing? And is he drinking?
Yeah, I don't know the names of the dance.
River dance?
Let's just say he's tap dancing.
Alright. You see him tap dancing, and you know, you detect that this is not a trick because that man radiates celestial energy from him. That is an Ozmir, which are sort of rare in these parts, like an actual Ozmir. There are people who are of Ozmir bloodline, but they aren't Ozmir, like as much as this man looks and radiates. And you could tell that he's been charmed and is in this lodge dancing. You could also see many different people dancing as well. And you could see the Ozmir are starting to sweat heavily as he's dancing, as he has an alcohol container in his hand, and you can see his eyes, though charmed, look frightened. Like he knows something is wrong and he can't stop dancing.
Oh gods. Gotta save him. I'll open the door,
As soon as you
rush.
push the doors open and begin to rush in, floral and fruit-like scents hit your nose as the music continues to push into your mind. Make me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
24.
24. You rush in, and looking around, you can see there's a stage, there's a bar, and there's a small tables and whatnot that have been moved to the side for this dance number. You can see many different people dancing, a few of them that have passed out from the dance itself, and you can see the Ozmir as you rush up and grab him on the hand. You try to pull him, but he's not moving with you.
I'll cast Lesser Restoration and get rid of the charmed effect.
You pass the spell into him, and for but a brief second, Eodis, how does your character react before he's recharmed?
So what does your character look like?
Yeah. Alright. My character is a 6'5" human male with shaggy brown hair. He's got like a small kind of beard going. He wears like a white, silver, and platinum kind of chest breastplate with a what was the color of the half cape? I'll go back to the art. It should be in there. With a white shirt, black pants, and like a.
I'll reply. So, at Eodis, this is what he's wearing specifically, but I believe he's in Threads of Fates, or is it Chiron Chronicles?
It's Chiron Chronicles.
Can you post it in Threads of Fate so we can see what the actual person looks like at least?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That's what he's wearing at the moment. It's a bit tattered, but.
Alright,
I gotta scroll up a bit. Let me copy. You know, hold on. I'm gonna put a period so I can come back here. Delete message, and then I will post the picture because I doubt you need my character information.
Yeah, you don't need that.
I don't.
I mean, I could give it to you if you want.
It's in
What
Threads
is
of
that
Fate.
goat? Okay, yeah.
The goat? That's his
Like-
goat.
Oh, that's my
his goat.
that's my noble
Bartholomew.
steed.
Yeah.
That's my noble steed.
That thing is terrifying.
Yeah, I know it's got human hands.
You're talking about the one I drew, or the one that he had made?
The first one that he drew. The one that he made. Sorry, not true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my noble steed.
So.
Oh no, that's not the first one.
Oh, whatever that creature is, it's terrifying.
This is Bartholomew.
Okay. So you said before the charm dispels.
Well, the charm dispels, and you feel your mind come back to you once more. You don't know where you are or why you're here, but you're being forced to dance at the moment.
Okay.
And you have a few seconds before the music starts to filter back into your ears.
This fucking music is ripping through my mind. As I get back up and start dancing.
Make a wisdom saving throw with advantage, Eotis.
You also have my aura, where you get a +5.
Oh, hell yeah. That is a dirty 20.
You feel your mind is about to go back to being charmed. Is there anything you would like to do? Any of you? You can see he's like holding his head as he falls to the ground on his knees, and he's sweating. You can see he's starting to tap his fingers a bit back to the tune.
Do I have access to...
Just stop this infernal music!
I cast Dispel Magic.
On what?
I assume there's a band or something. I'm gonna do it on them.
You don't see a band, you just hear the music.
Alright, then, I felt... well, then, what the fuck can I do? I don't have silence. Can I, shove my hands on his ears?
Sure. Make me an athletics check.
Alright. A 9.
9. You go to shove your hands on his ears, and you watch as he kicks up back into a tap dancing, like river dance almost, as he starts to sway around now as well, as he starts to push you away a bit. And he seems to be charmed once more by this music. So you look around, you can see at this point, now, because there is a lot of people here, you now can see individuals made of glowing dust almost. This fey-like energy that have wings, almost like pixies, but larger, about human size, that are seemingly dancing around with wind instruments, drums, flutes, and they seem to be playing the music, and as they see you not dancing along, they begin to get closer and closer as they start to surround you.
I conquer presence and target all these fey creatures.
What does that do?
I force each creature of my choice within 30 feet of me to make a wisdom save. On a fail, they become frightened of me for 1 minute. And I also have Aura of Conquest. If they're within 10 feet of me, their speed is reduced to 0, and they take 5 psychic damage.
You watch as 3 of them suddenly stop. They're playing, and they disappear into dust. As the other ones continue to play, and they look at each other. And they just keep playing. As they get closer, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
20, 16. No, that fails. So I'm going to see my characters, or my DM's inspirations. Theolyn has 0. Fuck.
So as they continue to play and they get closer, you start to tap your toes. One more failure, and you're gone. You know that. What are you doing in these last seconds?
I'm going to open my domain.
All right.
And
Eotis.
Designate Eotis as an ally.
You watch as he, in movement with the song, begins to flick his fingers together before making a sigil with them and pounding his fists together as suddenly fire surrounds you and you're scared. The house is burning. And the music continues to play. But you're no longer dancing. As you see, you're within a valley filled with colorful flowers. In the center is a long, broken, rusted iron sword 30 feet tall. Hanging from it are chains and metal hooks. They sway in an ever-present wind as mountains exist in the distance. And these creatures that are playing the music are confused as they look towards each other and they don't seem to be having any effect on you. And they stop playing. And they just stare.
I'm not charmed anymore.
No. Do you have your character made, or are you still making them?
I have the character made now. I put it in Threads of Fate.
That's why I asked you just to describe your character and what they do, rather than like.
Yeah.
Yo, that's some
Dang.
good art.
I haven't given myself the magic items yet, though. That's all I need to do.
Okay. Oh, and you said Golden Dragon?
Yep.
Okay. Motherfucker, that name, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Tidal wave.
It's
Yeah.
actually Tidal Wave.
Well, yes. Anyways. Tidal, as you look around in this field of flowers, you look towards Theolyn, or whatever this man's name is, and he seems to be very confident in this area, but he seems to be holding his hands together for a second, and looking around trying to figure out what's going on himself. You guys have but a bit of time here.
You can see I'm, like, exhausted, out of breath.
Out of character, yeah, you have 2 points of exhaustion. You've been dancing for 48 hours straight.
Are you...
Okay,
Friend,
I
are you
like,
okay?
I, like, almost collapsed to my knees, like, I've been dancing for days. These infernal creatures have held me as their prisoner. And
The Fae are fickle creatures.
fickle creatures. Well, whoever you are, thank you. We need to not fall under their control again.
While in my domain, we can't be charmed. Which is the effect they had on you. I'm unsure of what to do at this moment. This will last an amount of time.
You watch as those spirits begin to fade and disappear.
They've left my domain. I'm not sure if they've...
You get the
Left.
feeling those creatures were spirits that were created by something else. Now that they've disappeared. And because they were disconnected from the plane of existence they were on, or created on, they have transported and disappeared.
They were spirits created by something else. This takes us outside of Turam for a brief moment. Or at least imposes my own will upon the world. It disconnected them from the creator. They're gone now. We have some time.
Good. Very, very good. Oh, you mind if I take a couple of seconds to rest?
Of course. What's your name? My name is Theolyn.
You watch as
I
the
like-
domain flickers for a second.
My name is Tidal Wave.
Good to meet you, friend.
Good to meet you too. Do you have a plan to deal with these, Faye?
Well, if it comes down to it, I'm a good warrior, but I'd rather try to get the fuck out of here as fast as possible.
Tidal, there are a lot of people here that are innocent in a sense. Some that may not be innocent, who are criminals, you're not sure. But there are also those you came traveling here with. You're not sure what happened to them, you just started dancing, and they seem to disappear into the crowd of dancing as well.
Okay. If it's all the same to you, I came here with a group of people a couple days ago. And it's not just us, there were a lot of other people here. I don't think a single one of us can actually free ourselves of our own free will.
Then
If
we...
it's all the same to you, you mind helping me rescue him?
Of course. You don't even have to ask.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
We have to locate this Fae, this creator, first, before dealing with that. I don't know what they are, but they do have, I don't have locate creature. That was my old companion.
Speaking of companions, what is that? As I point at the goat.
That's
The goat
my
is not
noble.
there. The goat is not there.
I
Oh,
had
the goat's not
dismissed
there?
it.
Okay, my
before-
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see a faint vestige of it just grazing in the mountains.
Oh,
That is
This
my
is
noble
where he
steed,
goes when
Bartholomew.
you dismiss the spell.
Yeah.
that's actually sick.
This is my noble. That is my noble steed, Bartholomew.
He flexes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's built even better than I am.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, I think I've got my breath.
All right.
Oh.
Fantastic. I have somewhat of a thing. I can try and cast detect magic to see if I can find the source of this fey magic, though it saturates the area.
Well, we don't really have much to lose, do we?
I suppose not. Before this domain breaks, allow me to help you. I'll cast Bless on the both of us.
As you begin to cast this spell because of this concentration.
Right.
You cast the spell and you watch as the domain shatters as you both land back in the house. But what's strange... Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second to get the music started. And I think it is this, right? Yeah. What is strange is there's no music. And as you look around, there's nobody in the room.
Hello? Actually, I don't want them to hear us.
They
Yeah.
likely already know we're here.
Well, yes, but better we stay hidden and not just go around announcing exactly our exact location.
That is true.
Is there an upstairs this building when I know that?
You're unsure. All you'd know is that you stopped here for a drink and to buy a room, and the hostess gladly did and asked if you wanted to dance. And you said yeah.
The people are gone. This is a tavern. There's likely a cellar. Either that or they're upstairs for rooms, if there is one.
So
It certainly looks big enough from a distance.
So the main dance floor that you guys were on was where the tables would have been. That is in the center of the room, and then there's a step up, like maybe half an inch or 2 inches of steps that go upwards, and you can see there is a reception desk, a doorway behind it that is closed that probably goes to a kitchen. You're unsure. There's a bar to your left, and then there would be a door next to the bar, which you assume is the kitchen. A door next to that front desk, and that is all you see in this room. There is a hanging chandelier, but you know there's more than one floor. Theolyn, because you saw that it had more than one window going up.
There has to be stairs around here. This building, from the outside at least, has more than one floor.
You also see that in the dance room, the tables are set back up.
Right. Oh, well, sitting here talking about it isn't gonna do much. We should go ahead and start exploring.
You hear a creak above you. As you look up, and the wood seems to bend just a little bit. The sound of footsteps above you.
We have little time. Let's search for stairs.
Both of you begin to search, make investigation checks.
My investigation sucks. Should I give you the help action?
My investigation is just a +1.
Oh, same. So,
Oh,
all right,
okay.
let's do this. I think I'll still give you the help action.
You guys
so
don't
at least
you guys don't understand what lore I've just made in my head, by the way.
Oh boy. I will still give you the help action, so you can roll with advantage.
Okay. And
Looking around the two doors, you enter into one and there's just a kitchen with meat that's being prepared, some vegetables, some fruit from the surrounding orchards and whatnot. You see some knives that are halfway through meat that seem to be being used to be cut, but they've been left as if whoever was cooking back here has left. You see a pot that's stewing at the moment. There's a fire that's still burning it on the bottom and boiling it. You can see the light in the kitchen has gone out, and there's bread in a basket. You can also see a door to a freezer.
Don't eat the food. We don't know if the Fey magic's influenced it. The kitchen is likely not our main concern. We should check the door by the reception.
I remind you, there's a freezer, by the way, on the opposite side of the kitchen, too. Just so you're aware. There's also boxes and crates in here.
Oh
you
boy.
check the door, I'll check the freezer.
Okay. You still have the bless spell, so you should be fine. And I'll go and check the door by the reception.
The door by the reception is locked.
And I go check the freezer.
The freezer is not locked. As you open it, make a perception check.
Alright, my perception is a +2. That is a 13.
13. You see meat shanks hanging from the ceiling, which seem to be, well, not meat shanks, carcasses of pigs and animals like that hanging in here. Make me an investigation check now. As you begin to look around, there's a few crates and whatnot stacked up in here, all frozen.
7.
Both idiots.
It doesn't. It takes you a while, but as you're looking through, you eventually notice on the opposite side of the freezer where you've entered, there is a stack of boxes taller than any other ones, and they are not frozen.
I think I found something in here. As I kind of whisper, yell to him outside the freezer. As I get closer and investigate the crates.
As you begin to go there, Theolyn, you begin to rush into the kitchen as you hear him stepping into the freezer, and you watch the door close behind him.
God damn it.
Yodis, it begins to get very cold. As the freezer begins to chill down a bit. You watch as these runes on the side of the freezer's box seem to glow heavily, and you watch the thermometer on the opposite side, the mercury, seems to break out the bottom as it starts to leak. I need you to make a constitution saving throw. As Theolyn comes up and starts to bang on the door trying to open it, but it's locked.
You still got a +4. And if you're by the door, my aura goes through things.
I mean, if the door closed and it starts getting that cold, I would be trying to break out rather than investigate the crates.
How are you trying to break out?
Slamming into the door. Like, with...
When
You're
he
23.
slams into it, can I try and, like, pull?
You're slamming into this metal door, and you guys can see that it is reinforced with magic. At this point, it's getting very cold. You only suffer 3 points, reduced to 1 of cold damage at the moment, but it is starting to get much colder. You can see all the vegetables and meat in here are starting to get ice and frostbite.
I fucking hate this place. As I touch the door and try to cast Burning Hand to try to warm it up, try to...
You see the ice that was coating the door melts, but it's still locked.
Can I dispel magic from my side to see if there's, like, an arcane lock and try to open
You
it?
cast Dispel Magic, and immediately the door comes open, and Tidal falls out of the door, freezing. Because technically he would be having disadvantage on these checks because he has 2 points of exhaustion.
Yep, forgot about that.
As he falls out, the door remains open, and you feel that cold aura passing through, and you look in Theolyn, and you can see what he was pointing to. As he points backwards, the crates on the other side still have no frostbite on them. Compared to everything else in the room.
Oh, Eldritch Blast the boxes.
Yeah, fuck those boxes.
The Eldritch Blasts make no contact as they go through what seems to be an illusion.
Can I throw, like, an object to see if it clangs against a wall or something, or if it
You
wood
grab
on
like
wood
a carrot and
stairs?
just, and you hear as it rolls down some stairs.
Okay. This might be a bad idea, but... And I'll hoist, Tidal on my back, piggyback style.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll dash towards the illusion as I don't know if being, if my aura will keep us warm or not, but I'm going to do that as I dash towards the illusion to try and go down those stairs.
As you dash towards it, make me an acrobatics check because you're dashing towards something you can't see. It's like when you're stepping down the stairs at night and you might miss a step and fall down. So you rush through the crates, and it still looks like you're rushing through crates. You can't see anything, but you take a step, and we'll see if you fall down the stairs and die.
Alright. Would I actually die if I...
No. You'll just take some damage.
Nat 20 for 21.
So you rush through, and your foot slips, but you manage to catch yourself on the wall, and instead of, like, catching your foot, you grab the railing and start to slide against it. Just slide straight down, like put your feet on it and start to grind down. Do like a cool kickflip without a kickboard underneath your feet. As you eventually come to the turn, jump off, hit yourself against the wall, and land on where the staircase turns. And as you stop, the entire area is dark around you. Do either of you have dark vision?
I have devil sight, so I can see
I
both
do-
dark and magical.
I have 60 foot of dark vision.
Okay. So, as you both look around, you can see this beautiful hallway it has wallpaper that is starting to come off. You could see mahogany-based boards. You could see the railings that go down. The staircases are wooden in nature, but they have a little bit of carpeting on the sides of them. You could see the ceiling has this crown molding of wood, and you can see a single streak of liquid that goes up towards the freezer from the basement and down.
Divine sense.
Divine sense. Once again, you ping heavily as everything around here seems fey-ish in nature. You also detect below you Fiend.
Thanks for the help, friend.
Actually, hold up. I'm gonna check just to make sure that's correct.
But you can let me down. I can still walk.
You are at half movement speed, by
Okay.
the way, just so you're aware. Yes, you are.
Yeah. That I literally have the exhaustion stuff like pulled up, so
Okay.
I'm not gonna forget it this time.
Thank you.
Alright, okay, friend. And I'll lower you down.
Sorry, it would still be Fey. It would still be Fey.
Fey below me, though.
Yes. But you feel
There's
a heavy
more.
presence of Fey.
There's a heavy presence of Fey magic, or the presence of a Fey.
I would say
further
it's more of a
down.
presence, you feel. And it seems to be moving
It's-
around.
It's moving around and it's downstairs. Or at least a floor below us, which indicates there's a way down around here.
You see the stairs continue downwards.
Yeah. We should, be
Basically,
cautious.
the stairs go down and they stop, and then they turn left and go down more.
Be cautious, friend. This might be the arbiter of everything around out this place.
You watch my back. I'll watch yours.
I'll go first. I'm a frontline fighter.
Got it.
Hello?
I know a bit of magic myself.
Fantastic.
I'll be ready to cast it.
Sorry. Hello? Hello? Everybody watching, I just disconnected from the call on accident somehow. Oh, Discord is not responding now. Let me just close Discord and I will reopen it, guys. Give me just a second. Oh, it's reconnected. Now I'm going to call again. Joining the call. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah,
Discord
we
stop.
can hear you.
Yeah,
We can hear you
we
again.
can
Sorry,
hear you.
repeat what you said after you said I'm stronger.
I'm a frontline fighter. I'll go first.
All right. Thank you. I know a bit of magic myself, so I'll watch your back.
Fantastic. And I'll go towards the stairs.
And I follow him a bit slower than him, but still following.
Okay. So, as you guys continue down the stairs carefully, you eventually get down this 30, 50-foot set of stairs, and there is a straight door in front of you. There seems to be a door that is made of wood, and it seems to be very creaky. And looking at it, you can see that it's not oiled on the hinges, and it opens inwards. It seems like entering here would definitely alert something that you're here. Man, I made you into one fucking Ozimir, Iotis, and you decided to make another Ozimir.
I like Azumir.
That's
Hey,
where you're from.
what was that natural 20 for? Oh, yeah, that was the acrobatics.
Then the athletics,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, you know that there's something beyond this door as the divine presence is still up a little bit. You can sense that Fae moving in the room just beyond this. You know that door will give you away. Unless there's something that you could do, such as the grease spell, the silence spell.
Do you have anything to stop it from making a loud noise? As I whisper.
Unfortunately, my repertoire is a bit more military based.
Same with mine. Then, fuck it, we ball. And
I've never heard this saying, but I will take it to heart.
I'll like slowly make my way towards it, and then like Spartan kick the door open.
As you Spartan kick the door open, you charge in along with the sorcerer behind you, or whatever he's called himself, the Ozimir, sorry. And as you enter in, the first thing that hits you is the scent of rot.
Oh.
The taste of it on your tongue. The scent of blood mixed in. You see this large basement that curves behind you as well, behind the stairs. And it has this like almost helmet shape to it. You see large cages strung up to the roof, on the ground, on the walls, and you could see people have been pushed into these cages. Some of them long dead.
Oh.
Poor souls.
As you look around, your divine senses has ended at this point, and you look around, you don't see anything at the moment. Your color vision is gone, except for yours, Theolyn. So you do notice blood is just everywhere. Body parts are down. You can see flies are buzzing around. You can see the crown molding here is rotted a bit. And you can see, as you look to your right, there seems to be a large set of cages to the right and to the left. And you can see where it goes backwards to your left and right. You would need to look around the corner if you wanted to see those areas.
Ugh, what is that smell?
Dead bodies.
Oh,
Whatever's in here is
no.
not friendly.
You can also smell a hint of, what is it called? What you get in a sewer, that, like gas?
Oh, sulfur.
Sulfur smell, yes.
I've never heard sulfur smelling from a sewer, though.
Well, that's like this. That's the smell of the gas specifically. It's not the gas what it is, but yeah, it smells kind of like sulfur.
Ugh. Not the smell of the corpses. Smell of sulfur.
To this point, you hear rattling of cages, and you hear from the right, well, from the left specifically. Who is there? Help! Please!
How do I know you're not Faye?
She's gonna come get us! Please! Please! And there's a scream.
Divine sense.
From your left, you do feel a Fey energy.
Where the Fey energy is, Hexblade Curse.
You can't do that through a wall.
Oh, through a wall?
Yes, so
We
you
need to go
enter
see her.
in, and you can see these things that are like, you're right at the door, so to your left and right, it goes backwards after about like 10 feet to your left and right, and there's a wall there to... Basically, it push the door and the staircase push into the room, but there are walls set there, so nobody can just come down the stairs blasting to the left and right. You would have to breach and clear left and right, basically. So there's
Alright,
two
then
flanks that go backwards.
I'll rush towards where I felt the Fae.
Alright,
with
as you
my
rush
divine.
past the edge of the corner, you see standing there an 8-foot-tall, gray-skinned creature. You could see upon her body branches and brambles. You could see a bra roughly made of hide, and many skeleton skulls, such as deer antlers, human skulls, flowers, and a large hided dress of skin that seems to come down to her feet. You could see there's these moccasins made of human skin as well, and her face almost looks melted onto her neck as she has this huge hunchback. As you see this fey, hag-like creature standing there, slams into you. What's your AC?
19, I will shield for 24.
As she slams into you once, you manage to shield to block her attack, and you see she punches one more time. What's your AC? 24?
24.
She punches again, and this time your shield almost shatters. She brings her mouth open to bite at you as the mouth moves and opens up to 6 feet wide as she bites down at you. She gets caught on the shield itself, as you see before you a creature you probably recognize from your knowledge of the Fae. Actually, no, you probably wouldn't recognize it. If you want to make an Arcana check immediately, but then we'll roll initiative right after.
Okay, I have a +6.
Mm-hmm.
How big is this thing?
About 8 feet tall, or taller, and that's because it's hunched over.
25.
It's about 12 feet in actual height. 25.
Yeah.
All right, you recognize this creature immediately from your studies of the Feywild. This is an Anis hag. They act as grandmothers or endearing people to lure people in, and then kill them. Or corrupt them.
Rude.
Oh, shit.
And this one,
Hag.
as it punches towards you twice, it seems to take 3 steps back, and you take 3 steps back too, as it now is 15 feet from you, and I need both you to roll initiative.
Oh shit.
2020.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It rolled pretty badly. So, while they... What did you roll?
Yeah. I rolled a 23.
Okay. Theolyn.
I rolled a 16.
Damn, nice job, nice job.
I know, right? I don't have a bonus to my dex, so, you know, I rolled a 16.
You rolled higher than her.
I've got, like, stupid good stats on this character. Like, better than Iotis's stats. And I think that's really funny.
It is
So-
pretty funny.
You guys don't know her name, but there it is in initiative for you guys. While they, as you watch your friend round the corner, he suddenly throws up a magical shield that gets nearly shattered in front of him as he takes 3 steps back and goes, "It's a fucking hag." What do? You don't see the hag anywhere at the moment because the room actually curves backwards around you, and you don't see it.
I go forward and turn the corner to see exactly what he's fighting.
You see this misformed evil creature. Do you know what an Annis hag looks like?
I'll
I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture, so don't look at
please.
it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's actually way better. I was already
Because
going
if you're
to
going to look at it, I was going to punch you in the face.
Yeah, okay.
Here's an Annis hag if you look in goblin art. Imagine that, but 9 feet. Imagine that, but 8-9 feet tall because it's hunched.
So
God damn it.
as I see this visceral, disgusting creature in front of me, you disgusting vermin! I'll show you your own kind. As I point towards her and I cast Insect Plague
What
at
the?
5th level, at 6th level.
Oh, huh?
Huh?
Or do I just cast it at 4th level or 5th level?
What is this spell? Out of character.
Insect Plague? Swarming, biting locusts fill a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range.
Okay.
And here, I'll just
Go ahead.
I'll just post it in general chat if you want. Like,
No problem.
when the area appears, each creature in it must make a con saving throw. A creature takes 40-10 piercing on a failed save, half as much on a successful one.
Okay. That would be... Ooh, that's going to be a success because it's 19 on the dice.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah,
I
my
thought
saving throw is 17.
they had magic resistance. The Annis hack does not. My bad. So that'll be the lower one in technicality. What's your DC?
17.
What's funny? Their only saving throw a con save. So 20.
Dang it. All right, so she will have to make. I'm gonna say I did pass this at 4th level, not 6th level.
So as the insects begin to bite and tear into her, she lets out this guttural groan.
That would be 8 damage because I rolled awful.
And what type of damage is this?
It is piercing, I do believe.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
piercing.
It is piercing. Is it magical piercing because it's a spell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should be. Okay.
You're disgusting.
As you see, it's reaching down to grab a large, like 3-foot tall butcher knife off of its side, which you can see is currently dripping with blood.
All right. I am going to back farther up to make sure that it can't get to me, and I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. So, at the end of your turn, you guys watch as it flicks its hand and the door you entered into closes and locks.
Shit.
Theolyn, it's your turn.
I bonus action Hexblade Curse it.
As you do so, you watch you pull out a bit of embers from your like inside of your coat and throw it, and they all stick to it. And it's just like it's like trying to push off these burning embers.
Die, and I'll attack it.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna walk up close to it?
Well, I'm like I have
You're
to.
15 feet from it. Yeah.
I assume you casted it. It's a 20-foot radius. I had assumed you
Yeah,
casted it further
yeah,
behind her so
yeah.
that I wouldn't be
I
affected.
did. So it wouldn't hit you. But if you go up to hit it,
Theolyn,
you're probably gonna enter it.
you watch,
Yeah.
and he didn't know this because he wasn't paying attention. He immediately got into combat. You watch as those insects are also biting into many of the people that are still alive and those that are not in the cages that are set up and stacked on top of each other behind. And you can see there are many people in there. And they're all screaming. Ah, ah, ah! People are screaming at the moment.
Is this concentration, Eotis, or is this just an effect?
It's just an effect. I'm pretty sure. Let me go make sure. Yeah, it's concentration up to 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
All right.
Can we say as I hear the screams behind the hag, I'd end my concentration like immediately?
Sure thing, yeah. You hear the hag chuckling. As she hears the
Die.
screams.
And I'll yeah, and then I'll rush up to attack her.
Okay, go ahead.
I
Well,
am
actually, as soon as
using-
you get within range of her, you see her pull the cleaver out, and then reach out and attempt to grasp a hug on you.
Wants to hug?
That is a natural 20. As you get within range, pulling your weapon to strike at her, she...
Can I?
Go ahead.
Oh wait, no. Theolyn doesn't have any, does he?
Nope, you don't have any concentration. Yeah. So when she reaches out, she immediately grabs and pulls you in, crushing you heavily against her body. You take, because it's don't need that, I'll say I'll do what I rolled, but I'm going to use average from now on. 22 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Alright. I will
As it seems to pull
still...
you in and crush you a little bit. Little boy, time for bed.
Monster. And I will attack. Let's see. What's my super cool new rapier? Where the fuck are you?
I'm just like pumping my hand up and down behind him, like just cheering him on. You got this! Show that bitch who's
Where?
boss!
Like, actually, where the fuck is it? I'm trying to find it. Oh, Celestial Blood Rapier. Okay.
Rapier,
Ooh.
not rapier.
Rapier. Okay. Celestial Blood, I do... Oh, I also have Celestial Will. Okay. We can see... +3 weapon against 12 charges. When I hit... Okay. It's a +3 weapon, so I do... With my Hex Warrior, that is a +12 to hit.
So, as you rush up and get caught by this creature and it pulls you in, you push your rapier at a point towards her as she pulls you in for a hug. Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Is this at disadvantage?
No, because you're not restrained. You're just grappled.
Okay. 25.
Yeah, that hits. As it seems to
crit?
pierce into her. Don't make me sad.
Fuck you! And I'm gonna expend some charges, baby. I'm going to oh wait. Oh, that's just Serenabon. I'm going to expend 3 charges to deal an additional 3d12 deific radiant damage, and I will also smite on top of that, expending my innate spell, which is 5th level, to do 5d8 smite damage.
Sure.
And then the rapier is 2d8. So 2d8 plus my charisma, so it's a +8 damage, and then plus 3d12 plus 5d8. 54. 3 of that is magic. No, 11 of that is magic piercing. The rest is radiant.
So you strike into her. You can see black blood begins to fall. You can see immediately, like, her face seems to read yours, and you see her face turns to your mother's face as she goes, Theolyn, please. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Thank God I have celestial will. Against magic or magical effects, I add my charisma mod, even if it's charisma. And my proficiency bonus is doubled. So that is 11 plus 5, so 16, and then I give another one, so that's actually a plus 20, and then my aura is
Jesus fucking Christ, just roll
aura
already.
plus 25 to that. 33.
Yeah, you're fine. You look at this woman who's imitating your mother's face, and it just
And
enrages
extra
you
attack.
even further. As you pull the rapier out and stab it in once again, she's pulling you in for an embrace as you stab her with your rapier.
Net 20 for 32.
You're gonna kill her. Just go ahead and roll damage, please.
Expending charges, baby.
That's really good because almost all of my abilities are 20-foot like spheres, like all my spells. So I wasn't gonna get out of this fight, I don't think, without accidentally killing one of the people behind her.
Yep.
I'm doing another 3 charges and then a 3rd level smite for 48.
That's
55, and I don't know what her AC is, but at
That's
least
doubled to
doubled it.
110, right?
Yeah, it's a 32. I don't know what her AC is. So I don't know if that's extra crit.
You deal like 300 damage to her. Which is like triple her max health. So as you stab into her, the rapier sends this golden radius that just pierces into her and grows through her entire body as she... as her entire body just melts into a pool of gray liquid.
Holy hell.
I'll look around at the cages. Are these people fine, or did the insects kill
A
them?
lot of them are dead. Many of them have been bitten and injured by the insects. But you do see a few that are alive that are just shaken and startled at the moment.
Those who are alive, raise your hand so I can see you, and I'll heal you.
Make a persuasion check as you're covered in blood.
Persuasion plus 9.
What the hell was that?
14.
14. You see a bunch of them like pull back to the backs of their cage and try to huddle up, scared of you.
I divine sense.
All right. As you begin to divine sense, you do pick up with your passive perception. And same with you, Walthe. The hag who was over here seems to have dragged people out of some cages. There are a few empty, and you can see those drag marks move forward around the corner and to the other side where it comes in again, to the right side instead. However, a few of them go upwards. And you could also see... actually, no, you don't see that. But go ahead and roleplay. Actually, with your divine presence, it still feels fayish. And you can feel above you another presence. As soon as this procs, you realize this is a coven.
Oh, shit.
What?
It's a coven.
A coven? So
There's
more.
multiple hags here. I don't know how much more, but there's at least one upstairs.
Okay.
I will say the only thing left is her dress, the skulls, and the puddle, as well as the butcher knife, which is on the ground.
I don't think we can safely get these people out without killing
You see
the rest
one individual, a female elf, like comes to the front of her crate, and like she's really locked in there, and she starts banging on it. Let me out, please! They'll cover me again.
Shut the fuck up! This is a coven of hags.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh no, I don't want to be an intimidating boy.
I'm an intimidating boy.
11.
11. You look to her and she reaches to her stomach, and you could see that at this point she is pregnant at this point, and she is holding her stomach as she just seems to say this. She lets out a pained scream at the moment.
I rush over to her and I like put a bit of lay on hands. I'll put 5.
I'm gonna rush backwards towards the door and get prepared to cast a spell for anything that might come through.
Alright, as you begin to cast the incantations, you listen. You don't hear anything, but you do hear the sounds of something walking down wooden steps. On the opposite side, you haven't gone yet. Before the stone flooring that you're on seems to have footsteps. You hear them get to the edge as you hold a spell that way. And you hear something touch the wood of the door and lean across it, but you don't see anything. Besides 2 yellow spheres in the middle of the air, and it stares down at you, Wave. And you hear a small whistling. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, crit.
As they
If you're
cast
within-
Dominate Monster. You're not
If you're
within
within-
range.
12.
Shit.
12. You suddenly feel like this individual is good. And you look up, and they look at you, and all you hear in your mind is, have a little fun with the paladin. As they bend back around the corner, and they grab something on the other side. It's like you take a step forward to look, and they begin to drag another woman up these stairs. And you can see this woman was on next to a table of stone, and you can see there are many body parts and skulls and skeleton pieces that have been dissected and turned to look like meat chunks. As she begins to grab this woman and drag her upstairs, you can see that this woman is pregnant as well, as she's being dragged up these stairs specifically. As you turn back and start to walk towards Theolyn.
What kind of fun did she mean?
You have a feeling. Theolyn, as you're trying to help and calm down this woman in the cage, asking her a question, you hear your friend walking up, Wave, as he's approaching you. You're like, okay, I've calmed her down. And you begin to turn around towards Wave, and Wave, choose a spell to cast at Theolyn. As you walk up and approach directly behind him.
Vermin should be with other vermin. As I recast the insect plague.
Now, you haven't been told to kill the people around out of character. So you still have your alignment, so just kill Theolyn is all it is. Yeah.
Okay, if it's just Theolyn? Well, I don't think I even have... Oh, no, I have Scorching Ray. Scorching Ray doesn't target. Okay, yeah, Scorching Ray.
Make your attack rolls. And I'll say this is surprise, so Theolyn, he has advantage.
Alright.
I will say, Theolyn, as you turn around and see this, you immediately see this, yellow tinge to his eyes, which isn't normal for him, it seems.
Fine.
I'll say you immediately recognize a charm effect.
God damn it.
That's a nat 20, an 18, and a nat 1.
What's your AC, Theolyn? Did you roll with advantage, specifically?
I did not. That wasn't even with advantage.
I'll say he's passive perception enough to hear that your footsteps are weird, so I'll let it be normal. So go ahead and roll 4d6 and 2d6.
I will shield to make the nat 20 not a double crit.
Okay. 4d6 and 2d6, so 66 in total still.
20 damage.
20 damage.
And
and this is fire damage,
fire?
right?
So it's half.
yep, all fire damage.
It strikes you, in technicality that should be, yeah. Well, technically it should have been 5, double to 10, and then plus 7, so 7, but it doesn't matter. So 20 damage, and as the third one gets going out, you see the shield appears and just, knocks your finger up, and it strikes you. Roll 2d6 against yourself. I'll say the shield actually deflects it back at you. You take 6 points of fire damage. Roll me a wisdom save with advantage.
You have my bonus to it.
If it's a saving throw, then I'm still exhausted. I should get a disadvantage.
Yeah, you should have disadvantage. So it's normal, and you have his bonus as well.
Yeah, which is a +5.
Should be a +8. 14.
14. You almost shake it off, but you feel the charm is still there.
You have my blessed.
You do. You do. Roll a d4.
3. So
17?
17.
Gotta get rid of the Anishag really quick. Give me a second. 17. It wouldn't be that one. It would be... Actually, no, sorry. Without even the bless, the 14 would have succeeded. Sorry, my bad.
So I keep the bless?
Well, yeah, no, you don't get rid of it. You hit it every turn. In technicality, you should have rolled for your bless, so just roll a con save now.
Yeah, let me me check my thing. How many do I need to roll?
Like 10, 15. That's what you need to roll 15. Just one.
I need to.
I thought Bless did
Oh.
something with AC.
Yeah.
Oh no, I meant how many instances.
Just one. Just one.
I think. Okay.
You only got hit once. As you manage to keep Bless on, you watch as he shakes his head and like rubs his eyes. Wave, you just attacked this individual that helped you from because you were asked to by something.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
Theolyn
trauma
blasts
effect.
you.
It was a charm effect. I understood it. Did you see what did it to you, or was it one of the hags? Did you see where they went?
They were dragged a pregnant woman upstairs.
Shit. I turn back to the elvish woman.
At this point, she has fallen unconscious.
All right, I'll turn to someone who's awake. I have to take care of the hags. Please be silent.
Everyone else is frightened of you at the moment.
Yeah.
All right.
You are like covered in viscera and gore and scorch marks, and you're just like, "Be quiet. I'll take care of the hags," basically to them. As you guys casted an insect plague on them, so yeah, they're scared of you.
Wave, let's go take care of that fucking bitch.
Agreed. There's more than one of them. I heard one from one side, another from the door.
You guys pick up the butchering knife?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't.
I'll put it in my coat of holding.
Okay.
But I wouldn't see any worth in it. Here, take this.
You see him like open his
my
coat
coat.
and he just puts it in there, and you're like, "What the fuck's that gonna do?" And you just see him put it in a pocket. You're like, "Oh, it's gonna rip." It just disappears.
That was odd.
This coat is like a bag of
You carry a
holding.
great many amount of magical items on you, don't you? That
Yes, I
rapier
do.
earlier did incredible damage against that hag.
I will say this: as you guys are talking and start to walk to the other side of the room, as you hold it up and look at it and say, "Yes, it was like yes, it is." It is vibrating extremely next to Wave as well, which you feel that it's not able to attune to him yet because he's not awakened, but he is a celestial of very big power in nature, in similarity to you to an extent.
And take this. This is my apology for falling under that creature's charm. As I touch him and cast Healing Hands and heal him for 12 health.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Are you hurt in any way? I can also heal you.
Not enough to...
Let me heal you. Let me touch you. Oh.
Right now, we should just focus on the hags.
Alright. I'll divine sense as we keep going.
As you continue, you get to the other side of the room and you see this large butchering table, large bags of just blood that pour out of them. You see hooks and chains with people's arms, people's heads, and different body parts hanging upon them. You can see some faces that have been cut off and they are like hung to dry, and you could see like notes that are piled up underneath them, and you see names that are written down. You get the feeling the Annis Hag was making disguises. You also see there are some that are set on mannequins with like half-made dresses, and like you can see skin arm that's placed on the hands of them too. This creature is a very vicious creature.
This is disgusting.
Rid them from this land. But we must keep moving forward.
You can see
before they
multiple
get the
like
pregnant
dead
woman.
bodies on the stone tablet here too, that are just unalive.
I'll
these
give them
pregnant
rights.
bodies?
No.
No.
And looking around, you don't see any like real looking around, you don't see any hints of pregnant individuals being killed down here.
What are they doing with the ones with children?
I'm unsure, but it might have to do something with the child. So we should, at least that's the story of hags anyways. Always doing something vile. Anyways, I can give these people rights later. We need to kill them now. And
Read.
So did they go to the right or up the stairs?
No, you're on the right, and there are a set of stairs that go upwards. And you can see they go upwards to a small platform, and then there's a ladder. And you can see a hatch above. The ladder goes about 30 feet up, and then there's a hatch. As you look at it, you can see recent blood that's been drawn up there as well.
Okay.
It's definitely been heavily used.
Yeah. Oh, they also knew about you. They knew you were a paladin. They specified to attack you.
Alright. Then, we go in, we wreck their shit, and we save the day.
I smirk at him. What was it you said? Fuck it, we ball.
Yes.
As I kick open the door.
There's
Up-
a
up-
trap door upstairs. There's a trap door, so it's above on the ceiling.
Oh, trapdoor! I thought you meant trapped door. Okay. Okay, well, that goes from very stupid decision to, even
Why'd
stupider.
you kick the wall?
Shut up. I'm not feeling like myself.
It's okay. You're exhausted after 2 days of dancing.
I never.
Can
told
you open the trapdoor?
As you like climb the ladder, it's very slick with like old blood, and something strange. It smells new, but you can't place it. As you continue to go upwards, you eventually get to the trapdoor, and it's just locked.
Do you have anything for?
I don't have the spell knock.
Neither do I. Damn it.
I will,
You try to force it open
Eldritch-
with athletics if you want.
can I Eldritch blast it and, like, fucking destroy it?
Sure. Make attacks at the door, please.
I have extra attack, but I only get one more instance, right?
Yep, only one more. Let me go to the bathroom really quick. It's gonna be like 3 minutes. I have to pee.
Alright.
Alright.
Do what you need to.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck that door up. You just roll 3 nat ones. You just fucking annihilate me.
No, you didn't roll the net.
Okay, okay.
What is with me in getting nat 20s today?
I don't know, but I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining either. I'm just saying. I've gotten 4. I think. Actually, let me count.
I've
One.
played Tadel Lave for 5 seconds, but I already love it.
Oh, he's great. 3, 4, 5. I've gotten 5. I've gotten 5. This is beating your record as
No, my record is 7.
Oh well, I'm catching up. I'm
Yeah,
catching
you
up. I got
definitely
5.
are.
The dice are with me today. Wave is gonna be fun. I can feel it.
Out of character, I completely meant for his name to, like, I was just looking, saw a title, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Title. Tidal Wave. Oh, I can make a joke with this.
Tidal Wave.
Tidal Wave. Yep.
And the art you found is super fucking good. Jesus Christ.
I literally looked it up for 5 seconds, saw it, and was like, this is perfect. I was trying to make a character as fast as possible, and actually turned out well. It's really irking me that all of my stats on this character are like 10 times that of Iotis's.
Yeah, it's really funny.
I have a plus in every score. I've got a +5 in charisma, a +5 in strength, a +4 in dexterity, a +2 in con, a +1 in intelligence, and a +2 in wisdom. This is infinitely better than Iotis.
Yeah. We'll get Iotis better. Trust.
Iotis is not weak. Like at this point,
Oh, he's
he's
not.
really strong. What is the rapier you have? You did so much damage.
It's a thing I got for beating myself.
Yeah, beating himself off.
I beat myself every night.
You had Dean's inspiration for that.
Motherfuckers, how dare you? How dare you?
In fact.
In fact.
All we just start hearing is. Anyways, so.
All the hags are watching.
All of those hit, and 2 of those are critical hits.
Yeah.
This
I got another one. That's my 5th nat 20 for the knock.
As the 4 strike into the door, how much damage do you deal?
Alright. You said 2 of them were crits, so. And one of them missed, or did they all hit?
Well, one of them was a double crit, so they all hit.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so I'll do 2d10 plus 10, which is the
Oh, and this
2
is
normal
force
ones.
damage, so the hardness doesn't matter of the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
21.
those break the door. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
you
break
just,
the ceiling now.
you just shatter the door, and you see a second trap door about 30 feet more up. That one explodes too.
Yeah, but let's just see.
They disintegrate. Yeah,
You
just
know?
roll damage. Yeah, just let's see how much you would have done. This is the crit, and then the quadruple one will be next.
Yeah.
Okay, 21, 48, that's 69. Nice.
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 Pigs.
And then the quadruple crit.
No. Oh no, that was
The double crit is next.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's one. That's one attack. Oh god.
No, those two together were. These are two rolls together. Eldritch Blast does not do 2d10.
Well then,
Um,
wait, hold on, because one of
I
them
was
was a double
combining the
crit.
two normal hits.
Yeah, but
I
then,
didn't realize.
yeah. So
Let's ignore that.
yeah.
Do 5. This is the normal double crit. So
So
it's
18, so
18,
that would be 39.
39, and then this is the
Double crit, so it's 4 times.
yeah, 1d10 plus 5.
Well, I'm really exhausted.
13 times whatever.
4.
You just see Tadal like
Yeah.
yawn and like close his eyes, and then as he opens them, like all the door and the trap door is just completely broken into pieces.
Like
No,
you watch as they like are disintegrating and turning to ash.
Whoa, you did it, Tuafe.
Yeah.
To boost the spirit.
No need to thank me.
Do you continue to climb?
Yeah, and as a bonus action, I'm going to use part of my divine pool to enchant my rapier.
Alright, so as you continue to climb and pass by the first trap door, you notice a sigil just before you get up past the trap door. Like, it's just above the trap door, and you were like, wait. You look at it, and it's definitely a glyph of warding.
Dispel magic.
What level?
3rd.
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana 4.
I don't have dispel magic. That's like the one thing I didn't take. I'm just like pure assault attack damage.
19.
19. You manage to dispel the glyph, and you see a spell go off. One, I don't think you've seen cast. But you see this necrotic energy just fades. Out of character, you want me to tell you what it was?
Yeah.
It was the harm spell.
Oh. Shit. Okay.
As you continue to climb, looking for more of these sigils, you don't see any, but as you get about 15 feet up into this 30-foot tunnel going upwards, you see another door that goes to the right, but a trapdoor above you. I forgot one of the most important pieces. As soon as you entered the door in the basement, directly across from you was a chimney and like a fireplace where they were burning some parts of the bodies. But it's not really that important. But you see 30 feet above you is the second broken trap door, and then there is a door to your right that is an actual door. What did you say, Eotis?
I would have made a Santa joke.
So, you see there's 2 ways you can go. You see the door, and you see the trap door, which is broken already.
I'm going to spend 30 of my divine pools to restore both of my 3rd level spell slots.
Okay.
And the remaining 20s in my weapon, my rapier.
That's fine.
And then, Wave, do we go up door or this one?
I say we check the door.
Okay. And we'll go up.
Up or through the door?
Through the door.
Through the door.
So you go to the door and like there's no space to like climb to the door. You have to stay on the ladder and open the door yourself. And as you open it, the knob shakes and it opens into a carpeted hallway.
Gods.
Well,
Alright. I'll step in.
You step in. Do you step in too?
I follow him. Yes, I do.
As you guys step in and pass by the door, it closes, and as you look back towards the door, it turns into a wooden wall. As if an illusion.
I hate this place.
We'll deal with it. Let's find
Right.
that Fae. And I have 2 more uses, so I'm going to Divine Sense.
Divine sense, and as you walk through this hallway, there are small candles held upon chandelier circles that seem to light up as you walk past them. And as you cast it, walking past this beautiful hallway of carpet with small bits of paintings, busts, and whatnot. You cast your divine presence sense, and you detect it in this entire hallway, but further up too. And you detect it in one of the rooms that you are passing by, one of the many rooms. You peek into one of the rooms, and you can see sleeping are individuals, just sleeping, motionless on bed. There's no noise coming from inside. But this presence is further ahead. Would you like to duck into one of the rooms to try and figure out what's going on in this room, or would you like to continue forward?
I think I'd like to find out what's going on.
Alright.
Continue.
Okay, Yodas continues. So, as you enter into one of these rooms really quickly, just opening the door and you pass into this carpeted room, a bed frame that is framing around it is a window, a crystal window that overlooks the forest a little bit. You see a hanging chandelier that is not lit, but it's blowing in a non-present wind. A small few tables to the side, a dresser, and at the base of the bed, a dresser, and then a small table in the room. You see two individuals in bed. One is a male and one is a female, a male elf and a female elf, who are both naked, sleeping under their covers at the moment. But they don't
Then
seem
how
to
would I know
react.
they're naked?
You can see
Are
on
they
their-
like? Can I check if they're like chained to the bed? Like, I don't want to like look under their covers. I just want to like make a quick observation. Are they like
make a perception
anything
check.
stopping them from moving? 14.
You notice upon their eyes, there are night masks. But you do sense the glint of magic as a bit of the nighttime sky does pass in on the masks themselves. There's no
I'm going to-
chains. There's no chains, but that seems to interest you.
I'm going to exit the room and oh my god. The Flave is like, I should exit this room and talk to. Ooh, but how good would it feel?
Theolyn
if
enters
I
with you.
Get the rest.
Theolyn entered with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, I thought you had went off while I went forward.
No.
Well, going
Yeah, I'm
forward
sorry.
means you go down the hall. Entering the room means you enter the room.
Okay, I'm sorry. What do you think it is? As I'm like whispering to him.
I don't know. I detect magic as I cast it.
There seems to be a subtle enchantment magic on the masks, as well as the bed.
Enchantment magic on the bed and mask. Probably to keep them from leaving.
You also detect evocation magic on the on their foreheads, on the opposite side of where their heads, on the side of their heads that are laying on the bed specifically.
There's also evocation magic. I'm not
Oh,
sure what
sorry,
that
necromancy specifically. Sorry, my bad.
is. Necromancy magic. I don't know
Wait,
what
wait.
this does.
Probably a fail-safe in case they try to the masks.
It's likely that killing the hag might save them, but I'm not sure.
Let's check the rest of the rooms. The rest of the room.
Uh,
I'm gonna go check the dresser.
Looking around the rest of the room, there's just personal belongings of these individuals. There's an important businessman and a prostitute he hired. A journal of his that mentions he's telling his wife he's on vacation. Well, not vacation. He's on important business in the Angelic Aelins on Oradon, when in reality he's meeting with a whore. And he says, "What a dumb woman. Of course I'd be meeting with a whore when you don't sleep with me every night." He's very misogynistic.
How long ago does it date back to?
The last thing is him stopping at this lodge for cheap rental that he heard from a nice elderly woman in one of the neighboring towns. And it dates back 3 years.
Oh my god. How long have these hags been in business? As I show Theolyn the notebook.
3 years.
You can see now as you approach, their bodies are withered almost to the point it looks like they've been drained. but they are still breathing very faintly.
They are alive. We might not have much time.
Agreed.
Let's.
We should take care of the hags.
Yes, of course. Let's get out of this room and go down the end of the hallway. If it's anything at the last tag, it's probably at the end.
Alright, let's go.
Alright. As you continue to rush through, you eventually get to the last door, and you see more and more of this as you pass by the rooms. Eventually getting to the last door, it's a master bedroom with these beautiful doors of pearlescent wood with golden handles to them, beautiful intricate carvings of Greco-Roman kind of design. And this beautiful celestial script on the top that reads, Master Bedroom of Night. Do you enter?
Blast the door.
The door blasts open because it's not locked. And as you enter in, you all see sleeping in the bed. I'm gonna roll a d100 here.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Someone you both recognize, actually. Because Eotis, I don't know what your backstory is, but I will send you what I have at the moment.
Got it. I was just gonna say he was like exiled from like the noble's house in the Angelic Aliens,
Yeah.
and feeling incredibly ashamed, he just like wandered around trying to find a way to clear his name.
Yeah. I'll give you a
I had
second.
nothing concrete to sit down. Oh boy, 4.
Is it called the City of the Three Footsteps, or what is it called again? Dum Dum the Large Mountains?
What kind of steps?
Dum Dum.
You mean the place where the Pope my Pope resides?
Yes.
It's, let me go to my password.
It's in one of your notes, I believe.
I think so. I think it might be in Theolyn or maybe
I'll just say the
this-
City of the Three Mountains for now. That is what I have for you at the moment.
Get that in my backstory. You're a Gorthian.
We're now a tale of steel and dragons.
Yeah, technically.
Or steel and angels. We're Valkyrie.
Hell yeah.
I think you're a draconic bloodline sorcerer. I'm not sure when you asked about ancestry.
Yeah, dual dentistry.
Yeah.
That's all you know. Anyways, that's where you were headed before you stopped here for the night. And then that was 2 days ago. Anyways, as you walk in, you see a prominent figure that you both recognize. A member of the Shugarathian Church, one of its cardinals. The one that has recently declared
Say.
a crusade on Fafnir. Seemingly having been called, to your knowledge, this is some big news, he was called by the Pope to the main Shugarathian church in the City of the Three Mountains due to his rash decision, and you get the feeling he stopped here on the way back to get some rest. You're not sure how long he has been here, but he looks withered as well, as he seems to be sleeping with a similar night mask on. And he is just sitting there in bed, and you can see his arms and legs are chained to the bed, and he has been stripped completely naked. Give me a second here. He's pretty hung.
Why did
Must
he
be-
crusade against Fafnir?
The Corwin Durandon called a crusade without the Pope's permission, and this cardinal seemed to accept it
Against the Pope's wishes.
against the Pope's wishes.
So he's an usurper.
You also see the mark on his face begins to glow, the handprint. And you see his body, like, his chest pulls up and you hear... as you hear... You see floating in the middle of the room this ethereal kind of invisible creature with yellow eyes staring down at this body, and it holds its in almost invisible hands out, and it seems to be draining some sort of force, life force, vital energy from the cardinal in front of you. You see these long tattered robes with a single piece of leather with this strange marking on it, and these 3 skulls that hang on its right hip, these horns that curl out of it, and these long hair that's braided. You can't make out much more detail.
Dispel magic.
I'm sorry. The creature you would have picked up would not have been a fae. It would have been a fiend specifically.
Okay. Dispel magic
On who?
on the floating creature that I can only see the invisible eyes and the rags. I want to see.
You see it become visible again, as if it was. But you don't destroy the invisibility. You figure this is a different thing. As you see, you hit it, but it didn't actually take the impact specifically, as if it wasn't on this plane of existence. As it turns around, you see this purple-skinned, floating hag with 3 arms, one coming out from her left armpit, bracers of gold and bandages wrapped around many parts of her body. You both immediately recognize, because it is a fiend in nature, a night hag. As it seems to hold all 3 arms up, its lower left arm seems to hold this bluish energy that seems to be pouring out of the cardinal into her hand as she grasps it before it stops pouring. And you see all 3 hands begin to weave a spell. What are you 2 doing?
I am going to cast. I'm going to cast vitriolic sphere straight on top of it.
She is floating above the cardinal.
How is that my problem?
Okay. Is this a dexterity saving throw?
It is a dexterity saving throw.
Hold on, does she have magic resistance? Yeah, okay, good. That would be 15.
Okay, saving throw is 17.
Okay, you see one of her hands stops casting this spell and counterspells you. At, I would say, 6th level.
Damn. Okay.
I don't know what level spell of vitriolic spirit is. What is it?
It's a 4th level.
Okay. The spell just destroys itself. You see the creature stares at you as it stops casting its spell.
It's your turn.
Continues to fly. I need both of you to roll initiative as it floats above this cardinal. Do any of you speak Infernal?
Yeah, nat 20.
Oh my god.
Do either of you
61 tonight.
Do either of you
I
speak
don't
Infernal?
speak it.
No? Okay.
No. I don't. Do you, Yotis? Do you speak Infernal?
No, I do not. Iotis would, but Tidal Wave does not.
Okay.
The dice are in my favor tonight.
They are. You are
I
at
know.
6 now.
What did you get total?
Just a normal nat 20.
Okay. And then we have...
Let her roll lower. I'll get 2
What'd you get,
actions.
Wade?
It'll be glorious.
I got a 12.
Okay.
I'm just happy I got rid of one of its 6th level spell slots for or hopefully not one of, hopefully just its 6th level spell slot.
There is the initiative. Iriasa the Soul Sucker.
Perfect.
Damn.
As she floats there, ethereally, nearly turning ethereal again, she stares at you all. As Theolyn, you feel hyped.
Yeah.
You have 2 actions this turn.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Die. I will rush up to it and make an attack with my rapier.
You jump on the bed frame and upwards to stab at her. Go ahead and make your attack roll. as she's going to cast shield, by the way.
Okay. This is.
You see her left underarm suddenly take some of that soul energy and cast shield in front of her. She's going to cast soul shield specifically.
27.
27. That would hit and not critical hit because of the soul shield. But as you stab through the soul shield, you see the cardinal's body as a wound opens on him as well. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh shit! Out of character, I was completely fine with killing this guy.
He's a high out of character. He is like a secondary underneath the Pope, basically.
And a first level smite.
He's a usurper. He must be killed.
26 damage, 9 of that being radiant.
Okay. Let's see here, 26. Okay. Is your weapon silvered? I believe I said there was silver in it, right?
There is. Let me double check. I believe it is. Hello? Or in platinum, I think, with some gold.
Okay,
yeah,
so it's
hello?
not silvered specifically. So your weapon pierces, but it doesn't do as much damage as you hoped. How much piercing damage did you do? Hello?
17.
17. Okay, so that would be reduced down to 9.
9 plus 9 is 18.
Okay. As you stab into her, the energy bursts off her, and she just and you watch as the body like opens a wound on the cardinal as well, as the soul shield remains up.
20 plus 12, because this I have extra.
So you stab
attack.
her, you bring it back and slash at her feet this time with it, or stab at her feet. Her
18.
what? 18.
This does not hit. I know.
As you go, she puts the soul shield down. Roll damage still.
2d8 plus 8. 20. Reduced to 10.
Well, not against her. 20 to the cardinal. As you see another wound open up on his leg this time.
And then with my extra action, because I have a thing, I'm gonna dispel magic on the cardinal.
What specifically do you want to dispel? The handprint on his face, the slumber mask, the chains, his raging boner.
The hand, the glyph thing on his forehead.
All right. You dispel the magic, and you watch the soul energy on the shield flickers away, and she just has normal shield up now. She looks at you, and she looks very disappointed. She looks like one of those like black, like the juju's gonna get you, boy, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has the dreadlocks and everything.
Fuck this bitch. I will then. What's it? Can I do as a bonus action?
I have a really good plan on what I'm gonna do.
I cast spiritual weapon behind her at 2nd level.
Go ahead and make an attack with advantage.
And I will make an attack now. Plus 9 with advantage. Natural 20 for 29.
What the fuck?
That's 7.
You hit my.
I know.
What the hell?
That is a. Let's see. Plus 5. Okay, that is the critical, but not
we're
critical.
coming out the pussy with this one, boys.
We're coming in the pussy.
It's not, or it is.
It is. It's a normal critical, not double.
Right.
As the weapon appears, what does it look like?
It looks like a rapier with like a swirling kind of blade to it, and a dragon's head that's on the handle of it, and instead of like that usual kind of coned guard that would come with the rapier, it's an open dragon maw.
Okay. Yeah. As it stabs into her backside.
12 force damage, double to 24.
Okay. You see, she takes the hit, and she takes the back shot, and she looks down to you. Is that your turn?
I don't know what you said, but fuck you. And yes, that does end my turn.
It's now your turn, Wave, as you stand about 15 feet from this, seeing this
Right.
Baba girl. What are you doing?
So I'm gonna expend 2 sorcery points
Mm-hmm.
to for quicken spell to change the casting time to a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to cast telekinesis on the entire bed, and I'm going to move it 30 feet
Okay.
to the left to get it out of the way.
It's gonna slam into the wall. Well,
Yep.
it's gonna slam and hit a wall. It won't slam into the wall and break. So you just flick your hand up as the bed hits a wall, and the cardinal, it's tied to the bed specifically, so he just hits the wall as well. You can see when the bed moves, there is an intricate magic circle that was placed underneath the bed beforehand, and you can see as it hits the wall and it comes up a little bit, there's a magic circle on the bottom, and since both those magic circles aren't together, they stop glowing. And the hag looks down to it. Iskaba, and he watches the cardinal starts to like come out of his slumber a little bit, but the mask flares. Actually, no.
Shit.
The mask, the magic on the mask flares and seems to make a sound like broken glass. And you watch the cardinal begin to like, what's going on? And he's like trying to
Keep
break out
calm,
his chains
Cardinal.
now. Why am I fucking naked?
Hags, we're dealing with it.
We're about to deal with the issue now.
Why is my dick so wet? Anyways.
My bad. Anyway.
Is that you, Lord Shitspear?
How did you know that?
Lord Shakespeare. I didn't know you had such a lofty title.
Anyways, continue.
Okay. As for my actual action, I cast concentrate. What?
You cast concentrate?
No, I cast sunbeam on the stupid night hag.
So as the bed falls, you stop concentration on it, and you immediately point upwards as you watch this beam of sunlight strikes into the sun hag. She makes a con save, right?
Yep, con save.
Ooh, that's pretty high. That's higher than your DC with the highest one. So that would be con save of... Oh, she doesn't get bonuses. Okay. That would be a 22.
Okay, so she takes half as much damage.
Mm-hmm.
8,
Get that radiant.
33 damage, and it's all halved. It's radiant damage.
So 16.
So 16. Yep.
These 3 heavy hits seem to actually damage her quite a bit.
And you see, like, as the spell fades, my hand is still glowing quite brightly of sunlight.
I will say, as you cast this out, and you see this, Theolyn, too, the light seems to take the shape of a Sugarothian dragon that slams into her, and she dodges out of the way a little bit as he seems to hold it, and you can see the face of Sugaroth in his hand at the moment as he's holding his hand out.
Magnific. Fantastic.
An Eastern-like dragon. Anyways, does that end your turn, Eotis?
That does. It does in my turn.
She looks down. And she falls to the ground, levitating just above it. And she's gonna look towards you. Theolyn, you got, like, fucking sidewind, like, thrown, like, when you fucking handstand back onto your feet, because the bed got moved from under you.
Question.
You landed on your feet. Yes?
Does the 30 feet of sunlight emitting from my hand do anything?
No.
Okay.
She
I was
lands,
hoping that with a name like Night Hag.
she's gonna put her all 3 hands in front of your face, as she's going to cast 3 sleeps on you.
Oh shit.
She's gonna triple cast. Theolyn, what's your current HP?
173.
She might not be able to do this. Give me a second. Okay.
You are a tanky man.
I am indeed tanky. I partook in a great fruit.
The energy passes over you, and you see her, like, she smiles, and then Isha Baba, oh no Jojo.
I smirk.
And you watch her quicken a spell. She's gonna cast Plane Shift.
Shit.
On me?
On herself.
Okay.
Do you stop her?
I don't know how. I don't have counterspell.
It's true. As you see her start to cast the spell,
Do you have counterspell?
I forgot to take it.
she seems to disappear from place as she has fled the battle, seeing as how she can't really do much to you at the moment. This hag who's been, at this point, you get the feeling, draining those who sleep in the inn has left.
I rush over to the cardinal and untie and take off the mask.
You take off his mask. He's like, Theolyn.
How long were you here for? When did you come?
He tells you the date, and that would be about a week ago.
Good. You were only here for about a week. That's good. Some of these people have been in here for 3 years. I dread to think what it would.
Yes, I realized as soon as I started looking around, and then I had this strange dream. Apologies about the boner.
Doesn't matter. Other things to focus on.
Yes. Untie me, please.
Whoa, that was fast.
You break the chains. As he steps out, he gets up and goes, and where's my clothing at? He starts to get his things together. I have important business in the Pantheon. And he starts putting his vestments on. Do you have it here, or do you need my help?
There are people down in the basement. I was covered in blood after killing a hag. They were terrified of me, but they need healing.
I understand. Do you know how to get to the basement?
2 trapdoors down, take a curve to the right, and you should be there.
I look down the hallway. Is the door back?
The door's not back. You do see another staircase that heads up here, probably from that door that was locked at the reception area.
Okay. There's a stairway over there. It looks like it's the one that's the reception area. Go there, and then go into the kitchen, into the freezer. There's an illusionary amount of boxes that will lead you downstairs.
Understood. Where is it? And he grabs this, beautiful golden staff that comes up to a dragonoid face at the top, and he holds it. You're gonna need this, and he hands it to you. As he begins to put on his golden, beautiful, high-necked vestments, he looks to you, Eonis.
Right.
Strange seeing you again. Yeah. And he walks out.
I don't know what this is.
What did he hand you?
It acts as a plus. You're not a fucking cleric.
Not a cleric.
He doesn't realize. He's just woken up from having a fucking lucid dream of him fucking someone, being drained. You say that, he goes, yes,
I'm not a cleric.
Yes, you're a paladin. I'll take that back then.
Yeah, here you go.
Thank
you.
As
he reaches to grab it, I'll grab his arm and put in 20 lay on hands.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you very much. I will get these people out of here. Deal with the hag,
please.
And if you can't come out immediately, we will send a force here. Where
is
my force?
That'd be wonderful.
I was with a few bodyguards. If you can find them, they'll help you out. And he runs down the stairs.
Okay. Check. Take a quick glance at the rooms. If there are bodyguards, we should free them. If not, we need to find a way upstairs.
Make an investigation check.
You want to give me the help action? I have a +6.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the help action because I really want you to see it roll another.
Yeah, let's get another nat 20.
If you do.
Let's get another 2.
No, but it was 23.
You do find eventually some people that look like they have religious paladin gear on. They have breastplates, plate mail, and large Sugarothian designs on them, but they are still... Roll D100. 2 of them have awakened from their slumber, as one of them seems to have been fully drained of their energy within the last week.
As in dead, or
Yes.
Nutted beyond belief? Okay.
Revivify.
Both.
Work on them.
Right.
And you can tell, just looking at him, his soul has been taken. Which you know night hags do.
We must get that night hag if we can, so our brother may rest on the shores of Sugaroth's beach.
You see the 2 of them that are awake look at you, and they are withered heavily too. And you see one of them is a very prominent figure in the Sugarothian faith. This is one of the highest level paladins. This is Sir Osmond Gold, who is a golden dragonborn. And he looks at you and goes, I can barely lift myself out of this bed. Theolyn, I believe your name was. Take this. And he pulls out his sword, this beautiful platinumed blade, and he hands it to you. I do not know how well you will fare in battle without it, or with it, but use it for now. Let me look up the item really quick. Fuck.
Bless you.
Give me 1 second. as he hands you this beautiful sword. It doesn't have a Shugarothian hilt that comes up to it, not even a handguard. But it looks like it's swallowing the base of the sword. And you can see the platinum blade comes up. The golden wraps around the platinum handle. This is a... Where is it? I know what it is. I know what it is, but I need to find its name. No. No. I know what it is. Oh, it is a Holy Avenger. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hi, Goblin.
It is a Holy
hear you.
Avenger that he hands you.
Let me bring up this stat. Is that like a canon magic item?
It's an actual item.
Alright, then let me look that up. Alright, is it a great sword?
It is any weapon, any sword, and it would be a great sword for this one, yes.
Okay.
Wait, what was it?
Plus, Fiend,
A
it's
Holy
a
Avenger.
Holy Avenger.
Holy Avenger.
It's a legendary and it requires attunement by a paladin. All of my attunement slots,
my
I think, are
God.
taken at the moment.
I'll want that
Reading it
back
right now.
after you're done.
I'll be sure to land the killing blow with this.
Not if I do
And I'll
first.
strap
No
it.
need to seek glory like that.
Yeah.
Just do what's right.
We're not searching
Alright.
for glory. We're searching for justice. You haven't
I'll
seen
grab
the
his hand. I'll grab his hand and put 5 lay on hands into him. Or 10.
He takes his hand away as you try to do that, and he looks at you and pats you on the shoulder. I've got you. And he's going to put 15 into you.
Awesome.
Does that bring you
brings
to
me
full?
to full.
All right. And he's going to look at you, Eotis.
Huh? When did
And
I
he's-
get there?
Whatever the fuck your character's name is.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And- yeah, whatever. I'll figure it out soon. And he's going to look at you and pat you on the shoulder too, and put 5 into you, even though he doesn't know if you're damaged or not.
I'm still not full.
Really? He's gonna heal you till you're full. How much do you need?
2.
2. He's gonna put 2 more in. Now get going.
Thank you.
The last hag should be upstairs.
Alright.
I heard some
Thank you.
strange screams before I fell into my slumber.
Shit. The rest of the people here, they might still be alive. If you can, please get them out.
I need to rest first, but I will.
Take some minutes. If we're done before you're finished, we'll come back down and help.
If we're not back down in about an hour or 2, assume we're dead. Alright, let's go.
He nods
Yeah.
as you guys leave. And that was the last time anyone saw Asmongold.
Oh no.
Oh, no. I
Anyways,
took his sword. Shit.
So, as you all head upstairs, well, you head back to the wall, and it opens up the illusion. You begin to head up, and you see another glyph of warding, because you're on guard. And at this point, you can see the blood trails are getting heavier.
Dispel magic.
I'll say, just cast the spell and get rid of it.
Yeah.
As you continue upwards, it was another harm spell.
I
If one of those
figured,
harm
yeah.
spell touches us, that's not gonna be great.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's why we're not letting it.
By the way, the Night Hag had 107 HP left.
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah.
kill that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were definitely killing it next turn. How long? It's been longer than a minute, so my sunbeam has run out.
Oh yeah, your Sunbeam and your Bless have run out. As
Yeah.
you continue upwards, you eventually
Uh,
get further and further,
Definitely.
and you see a single door.
Eldritch Blast!
The Eldritch Blasts hit the door, and they dissipate on the door.
Oh.
Magically protected. And you hear, "No, please, wait! A carving
Oh,
sound
no.
of flesh.
I expend 15 of the divine pool, get back a third, and then use that
I thought you used
third
all your
to-
divine pool.
I had 30, and then I put 20 into the sword, but I haven't used any in the sword. Am I allowed to just take 15 of that back
I'll
to
say
do this?
sure.
Okay, and then I will dispel magic.
I'll say normally
on
you
the-
can't do that, but I'll allow it.
Okay, yeah, okay. I understand.
And you watch he like holds onto the ladder, and you watch him hold the sword as energy pours back into his veins, and he pushes his other hand out as the door opens up, and you begin to rush into the room. You see a large attic room with a circular platinum table with golden strips and small bits of gemstones placed into its center. You see, hanging from the attic timber walls here, you see a single glass window on the other side of crystal glass, which you saw as you were coming in to the actual area to see it. It's the top of the house at this point. The roofed A-frame of this house, hanging from the many... What are they called? The, like, timbers that are cross-sections for a roof? The rafters.
Are these...
Hanging from the rafters are chains, and hanging from those are many female individuals, many of which are gray and have started to rot with their stomachs cut open as they are completely nude. And there's just blood and innards falling to the ground, and you see flies are eating at some of them. Some of them are in different states of decay. You see a few of them that are really recent, but definitely dead. And you could see placenta and blood is just spewed everywhere. Candles are inflamed with different colors. And you see, currently, hanging above the table, which is in the very center of this room, with magical runic patterns in blood and different pieces of chalk and charcoal written around the entire room, by the way. Different plants and different pieces. This definitely looks like a ritualistic circle. Different bird baths with blood filled into them in different places. Hanging from the center of this roof, above the table, is that pregnant woman you saw being dragged upstairs. And at the moment you see, standing, carving into her flesh with a large curved knife, is a tall green hag who's cutting her stomach open. And as you enter in, she stops halfway through as the woman is screaming and passes out from the pain. As she turns around to look at you, her eyes a reddish color. Oh, it looks like we have visitors. As she shoves the dagger in further and turns around to look at you. It seems you've killed the others, or made them flee. And she points towards 3 hanging crystal balls, one of which is shattered, one of which is cracked heavily. One is gray, one is purple, and one is green. And that green one that hangs the highest is not damaged at all. What the fuck? Hold on. Hello? Hello? How much did you hear of that
Hey, Goblin.
description?
Goblin.
We heard nothing.
We can hear you now. We heard it was a ritualistic table, and the woman was hanging above it, the pregnant woman.
Yeah, and you could see, turned away from you, and I'm going to give a description here. There is many different ritualistic, like, pieces of charcoal, chalk, and blood scattered across the room, bird baths filled with it, different vegetations. It's ritualistic. Hanging from the ceiling are 3 crystal balls, one that's shattered, one that's purple, that's cracked, and one that's green. And you see, cutting down the center of the stomach, about halfway at this point, as the woman is screaming and passes out, is a large green hag using a large, curved, ritualistic-looking knife as she stops halfway through and pounds it in deeper as she turns around and looks at you, her red eyes glaring in this darkened, candlelit space.
When she pushes the dagger in deeper, does the body make a cry, or is it?
The woman screams even louder as she falls completely unconscious at this point. As the hag turns around, well, if it is the interlopers, you've dealt with the others. Looks like I'll have to do it myself then. As she pulls another ritualistic dagger out and flicks it, and it's similar to, out of character, the Baba Yaga's dagger that you saw.
Oh no.
In the other campaign. And she takes it and, like, flicks her hand and appears in her other one. Let's do this already. I'm really mad. Both of you roll initiative as you stand 80 feet from her.
80? Oh shit. R1d20. Get a net 20. Nope, I got a 10.
I got a 6.
6. She rolls higher.
Oh, where's my net 20s
I was,
right now?
I
could
was
use them.
really hoping that you would roll.
Hello?
Yeah, I was too. Hey.
Unlucky. One of the best spells I think I took in was.
Theolyn, you got 10?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Okay. What'd you say?
Can't use it in here. I said one of the spells that I really wanted to use, Rupting Earth, but I can't use it here because it's just gonna cave in the ceiling.
You see her, like, take a bit of blood from one of the bird baths that's next, well, from the blood that's poured onto the altar table, and takes it. She's going to use her layer action to flick it at both of you as two bits of blood come shooting at you like darts. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Get a +5.
It's also a disadvantage. Oh, okay. 25.
25,
Wait,
and you
wait,
feel...
why is it a +12? I put +10. No, it's
Dirty
a
20.
It's a 23, not a 25.
You both succeed...
Oh, my...
Go ahead.
My apologies. That's one less. I did strength. It's a 19.
You both get scratched by these pieces of blood, and you feel this poison enter your body, but you manage to resist it as you suffer only... this is halved. 25 points of piercing damage.
Piercing.
Good
And you
thing
feel
we're
your
full.
blood boils a little bit as it hits, and feels like poison enters, but it doesn't push deep in. You can't let me have this one ritual. Do you know how long I've worked to get all this? It's been years. Do you know how many slaves I had to force to mate? Do you know how many hags I've had to make deals with? How many moons I've had to go through for you interlopers to come riding in on Valiant's mountain goat back?
Bartholomew's a noble steed.
This is my victory, and you have no say in it. And she's going to cast Disintegrate at you, Theolyn. Make me a
Oh my
dexterity
God.
saving throw.
God damn.
God, I don't have to make the saving throw.
As, like, you see her point at you, and you see the little bit of blood drips from her hand as the green ray comes shooting towards you.
23.
You manage... Actually, let's see here. You manage to barely dodge out of the way as it just hits a small bit of your cheek, and you feel it turn to ash as it hits a bit of the wall behind you, and you see one of the rafters turn to dust. She takes the dagger and starts to run forward. As she gets 80 feet closer, and she looks towards you, Tidal. Sorcerer? Your blood will be tasty. And she stabs towards you.
Bring it, bitch.
What's your AC?
It is an 18, but I'm going to reaction shield.
She goes to stab at you, and you manage to shield, and it deflects the dagger out of her hand. It lands on the table.
That all you got?
She's gonna action surge. And she, cranes her neck up and looks down at you immediately, and she's going to reach to grab your head, Theolyn, as she's not even looking at you. That's a natural 20.
Oh man. I'll shield to make sure it's not a double crit.
So that would be...
Would that dagger have hit me if I didn't shield?
No. What is your AC with shield?
24.
She does double critical hit you.
No.
Shit.
As she's casting inflict wounds at base level.
Oh, inflict wound? Okay.
I believe that is 3d8?
It is 3d10.
3d10.
Okay.
Get
And
minimal
that
damage.
that is 4 times, remember. You know what?
Minimal damage.
She's going to use Empower, which is her
What?
sorcery ability. She's going to make it full damage. So that is 30 times 4, 120 necrotic damage.
Twice. I'm at 49.
As you feel this necrotic energy push through you, you get the feeling you know who put those harm spells. As you fall to one knee and drop your rapier to the ground, and your head just bursts and bursts and bursts, and you pick up your rapier, but you are stunned for a moment as she just looks at you. Not feeling good, eh? And she's gonna take a claw and strike at you now. Again.
My shield's still up.
Crap.
Okay, that would be... $25.
That's one above.
As your shield goes to deflect you, she's just too fast and strikes you in the face as you suffer 25 points of slashing damage.
God, okay.
And you see her take a bit of your blood and lick it. Oh, so tasty. Maybe I'll use you instead. But
Oh,
no,
right, because my blood
you're
is golden
not
type.
pure enough. But you, and she looks towards Tidal, you don't smell like you've lain a woman before. And you smell of celestial blood. You've come to me. I don't have to get you now. It is now your turn, Theolyn.
I slowly pick myself up,
Mhm.
and I am gonna flank her with Eotis.
You like
by
hobble over, taking your rapier.
Yeah.
Your head is
Fuck
beating.
you.
Your blood is pouring down. You feel just. Everything is like tunnel vision for you at the moment.
Yeah, I imagine everything is. I get in a ready stance,
Mhm.
and I am going to swing with all my might, and I will
Go ahead. You stab at her heavily. Go ahead and make an attack.
guided strike.
Attack with advantage and a +10.
Yep, this is
Annihilate this
22
bitch.
with advantage.
29.
29.
Let me see her AC.
I think I'm gonna use. Should I use my DM's inspiration to make you reroll that? I think I kind of want to.
If you want to.
Well, you can give him the DM's inspiration. He could choose to reroll it. It's his choice.
I'll still do it. 2d20 plus 22 at advantage. Thank you, 43. Oh wait, no. I don't know
36.
why it did
'Cause
that.
you did 2d20.
That's 36. Yeah.
36. You stab into her. And as you do, she's gonna reaction cast a spell at you. As she looked back, you like see her head turn 180, and her mouth opens up as you see this fog pour out. She's gonna cast sleep.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
How much HP are you at?
30.
You 30?
How much damage did the thing do again? It was 25?
Yes. I thought you said you were at 50 at that point.
No, yeah, then,
It was 120, then 25.
Yeah, then I'm, asleep. But do I still do damage?
Well, were you at 30 or lower?
I was at below 30.
Okay, so as you stab into her, go ahead and deal damage as she casts this at you.
Okay, we're gonna expend. And do I crit with the 36?
Oh yeah, you definitely crit with the 36. You double crit with the 36.
2d8 plus 8 plus 6 d12 because I'm expending all those deific radiants, and then 5d8 from smites.
Okay.
Nice.
So much damage. 69 total. I don't know if she resists. Times 4. That's 240 plus 36. 276 damage.
Hold on, you said 276?
Yeah, this is
as you strike into her, the radiant energy bursts out her front, and the energy, some of her blood begins to pour out this greenish red viscous liquid. But she turns around and casts sleep, and she's still alive as you fall asleep to the ground. Your rapier stuck inside of her. She goes to grasp it, and it burns her hand as she turns back around to look at you now, Tidal. That is the end of your turn, Basilius, as you are unconscious at 0 HP. Well, little boy, it looks like your big brother is down. How about we have some fun? You and me. I can transform into whatever you like. And she turns into this voluptuous woman. Or if you're very sadistic, and she turns into the pregnant woman that's being cut open right now, but not pregnant. I can be your angel or your devil. And she, like, puts her hand on your face. So...
I'm fine, thanks. As I raise both hands, and I would like to use my 2 points, my sorcery points, to change a casting time to a 1.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at 4th level.
You're within 5 feet of
Twice.
her, so this is at disadvantage.
Alright.
4th level twice? Okay. Roll 8 attacks
So,
at disadvantage.
8?
So, RR, 8, 1d20. Well, 8 space 1d20. Plus whatever your modifier is, space disadvantage.
Well... No.
Is he
8.
flanking?
No, because you're unconscious.
Oh.
I'm sorry, hold on. I need to...
Roll, space, 8, space, 1d20 plus your modifier, space, ADV, well, DIS.
Yeah. Okay. So 16, 11, and 23, and 18, and 13, and 16, and 11, and...
Miss, hit, miss, hit. No, miss. Yeah, no, hit. She didn't use shield, actually, sorry, that would be 2 hits. All the rest go flying and hitting some of the dead corpses as they burn to crisps, and one goes and hits the window, and it just gets absorbed by the window.
Alright, and I'm going to use my Elemental Affinity to add a 5 to 2 of those, because it's 2 separate
Sure thing.
casts. Okay, so if only 2 hit, that should only be 46.
Mm-hmm.
27 damage.
27
Fire
fire
damage.
damage?
Fire
Let me
damage.
check her resistances here. So, as she touches you and gives you the promise of whichever body you want, dear, you cast this forward. These energies bouncing off of her, but not actually hitting her, as one seems to just destroy her left leg, and she falls down as you come up and point a single finger at her, and the one single spinning mote of fire standing around it goes straight through her brain as she just falls to the ground, her brain having a singeing hole of flame left in it.
Fuck yeah.
Disgusting vermin.
You beat her by 3 HP, by the way.
Jesus.
Yeah! Go Yodas!
Theolyn, are you alright? As I go over to him and start trying to shake him awake.
Theolyn, make me a death
Yeah.
save.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Powerful ritual spells in here, man.
As
As your blood is pouring down onto the ground, you, Teedle, watch as the blood is starting to be pulled out of him forcefully into the ritual.
Can
Just
I?
call me Teedle?
Legendary resistance?
Yes, title.
Please?
You don't have them, do you?
Yeah, I have Celestial Will. I
You
get
can.
one.
You can. Yeah, this is a death saving throw.
Oh, it's instant whiz or charisma saving throw. I can't use it.
Ah. Unfortunately, you failed 2 death saves.
Fuck, hey, you want to heal me?
Title, you go down, you're like, get up, and you can see the blood is being forcefully drained from him into the ritual itself as he stands in this attic. You can also see the woman on the table is bleeding profusely. What are you doing?
Do you have any healing potions in your bag? You wouldn't be able to answer me. I try to stabilize him.
Make a medicine check. He looks like he's gravely injured and dying very fast.
19.
You manage to patch up the wound on his face, but he's still dying. Theolyn,
Maybe it's maybe.
roll a
Yeah.
death save with advantage. And a +5.
19.
That's 1 success. Title. He looks like he's still dying, but the woman on the counter is also not faring as well.
Crap. Maybe he has something in that coat of his.
Make an
out of character,
investigation check.
I have no way of healing you.
Make an investigation
yeah,
check.
15?
Do you have any healing potions on you?
I do. I have two common healing potions.
Alright. You
Alright.
find 2 small healing potions as you go through his bags.
I
Also,
take
you go
both
through
of
his
them-
coat and you like, go, healing potion. Ooh, 2. Pocket one.
That was
No.
convenient. I was getting quite parched. No, I pour it in his mouth. On as I like hold his throat, like trying to feed him to it.
Okay. You feed him the healing potion, and eventually you do come back to life. Go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2 for me. You only
5.
regain 2 points of healing. Theolyn. As this
Alright.
ritual does diminish healing. You awaken, and you look towards Tidal, who seems to be pouring this potion in your mouth. He holds the other one. What are you guys doing? Go ahead and roleplay.
Oh,
Thank you.
glad you're up. Now we got one more person to save.
She looks like she's bleeding out heavily, but you can see her eyes open for a second, and she goes, "Help!" before she falls unconscious again.
I rush towards her.
You begin to rush through the ritual as you see the blood that's pouring is beginning to fill the ritual, and you look towards the moon, the window. You can see the 3 moons, their light pouring through. You watch as the runes begin to pour heavily, and they glow. As you're rushing into this ritual, Theolyn, make me a dexterity saving throw. Oh, sorry, a constitution saving throw, please. As Tidal, you are on the outskirts of this watching.
Oh yeah. Oh. I still have the health.
Oh no! Oh god, no! Legend. Oh, I
Out of character,
can't use
everybody.
it.
That's a natural 1. Anybody else have DM's inspirations?
I have 1 on Basilius and 5 on Moria. Can I am on the same plane?
Unfortunately, those are other characters that you play. I would say
Damn it.
no.
Damn it. No, I cannot.
I will
I
say,
just
Tidal,
got a-
you see the runes are starting to shake violently. This isn't a completed ritual. Well, it seems like it's very close to completion, Tidal. Do you want to do something to disrupt the ritual at all? Because you see Theolyn starting to reach out, and you can see parts of his body, like his cloak, are starting to come apart as he reaches
really
out
hope
towards
that-
the woman.
Theolyn, I might kill you here trying to disrupt this ritual. I'm going to cast Erupting Earth at 3rd level.
We pull out from the room. The earth erupts out from the central part of the attic, as suddenly there's a flash of energy. And as the cardinal looks up, he doesn't see anybody. Your sacrifice will not be in vain. As he takes the individuals enslaved in the basement below, giving them cloaks, he grabs the carriages and begins to head towards the Holy Land. Theolyn, Tidal. I need both of you to roll me a D100.
55.
30.
Okay. Good thing you guys rolled below 60. So, Theolyn, you managed to touch the woman. I assume you put lay on hands into her, right? Correct?
Yeah, all the remaining ones, which is 20.
Alright, you do so. And as you do so, you grab onto her as the energy explodes, and you close your eyes like, oh, this is it, fuck. And then you feel yourself hit the ground hard. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you... Meanwhile, Tidal, because you disrupted the ritual,
Give it to me straight, Doc.
how much health are you at?
I am at 108 health max.
You suffer 80 points of force damage as you both are launched from this room. As you find yourselves on the ground, surface ground, heavy winds pour through you, a bit of vegetation around you, and the woman who you're holding, Theolyn, is unconscious, but you can see the wound on her body is healed a little bit as you've pressed it, and you can see that the ritual dagger was blown out of her stomach as it tinks to the ground next to you, and it is rusted from the arcane force.
So we're outside of the house, right?
You stand up, Tidal, to look around, and you do not know where you are. You are near a lake. You know you're in the Angelic Aliens because of the topography, but you are near a valley that dips down into a lake with a large house. Well, not a house, a large tower in the middle. A large decrepit tower. A wizard's tower that seems to have vines and bits of foliage pouring off of it. You can see a large rune in the sky above it. Is ever present and glowing. You can see as you stand here, because of your passive perceptions, glowing animals like elks and bears moving around on that small island, a forest island. You don't know where you are.
Where the hell did that blast me?
Well, can you fly?
I outstretch my wings. No, these are just here for decoration.
No need to get sarcastic.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. I think I got a splinter up my ass. I'm not in the best shape.
Is it nighttime at this point?
It's still nighttime, yes.
All
At this
right.
point, a gentle snowfall is starting to pour, and you can see a cave next to you.
Come to the cave.
If
I'll
you say
bring
so.
the woman with me.
Plop, 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 plop.
No!
Which one, the woman's or the earth? Anyways.
Alright, let's go.
These guys make your way into the cave. You sit down for a second. And you look to the opposite side of the valley where you sit. And something catches both your eyes as you look to the left a little bit. And you see from the mouth of this cave, 3 gigantic sky-breaking mountains and lights near its top. As you see the Tri-Spire Mountains, the three mountain city, it seems, which is hosted on these mountains. The first place the gods touch down on the earth. Looking at it, you seem to be to its western reaches, in the valleys west of it, which neither of you have gone to.
Oh, how far were we blasted? I was at least a month away.
I'm at a complete loss of words here. How? I know that spell triggered an explosion, but I don't think it would have brought us all the way here.
Sugaroth must be guiding us. Or helping.
Oh, I hope that's the case. Now please tell me that cave is safe so we can get some rest. I haven't slept in what feels like forever.
As you look around, make a perception check.
I have 120 feet of dark vision. Does that help me?
Well, your passive perceptions are both 17, right?
Yeah.
Mine is 12.
You both see this cave is constantly walked. Especially you, Theolyn. And Theolyn, you start to hear... from deeper in the cave. As you look to your left, about 90 or so feet in the cave, you see an opening. And you could just barely see a bit of moonlight pouring in, reflecting off this beautiful creature. This creature that looks like it's made of the night sky. Its fur seems to almost glisten and glow, radiant in nature. And you see these large blue magical spikes upon its body. You see an Ursa Minor, a large bear, made of celestial energy.
Oh shit.
I think that means it's not safe.
Well, we can't go out in the cold.
Really wish I knew how to create a bonfire.
Hold still. And I'm gonna cast Summon Steed. Bartholomew!
As you attempt to cast the spell, you feel feedback, and your spells are not working.
Where's your little friend?
My spells aren't working.
They aren't?
They're not.
That's very worrying. Let me check mine. As I go to feel as if to see if my magic. Do I need to cast the spell to check, or can I just like?
You can just try to feel the magic. The magic in your body seems perfectly fine, and you even do a small cantrip to cast your spells. What cantrips do you have?
I have dancing light and control flames.
The small sparks that try to exist, you manage to catch one and light the small bonfire, the small bits of wood that you've gathered. As the light pours through the cave, the creature moves a little bit, but it stays asleep. You look towards Theolyn and put your hand on him, and you feel. Hello?
Magic?
Yeah,
You
hi.
sense that his magical circuits are haywire at the moment, meaning he cannot cast magic for an unknown amount of time. Theolyn, roll me 1d8.
1,
Not the time to be rolling max.
3.
Feeling it, you sense that this magical shift will return to normal in about 3-ish days, you assume. You're not sure if that's proper or if there's something else to it. But 3 days seems to be how complicated they are. His body will repair them by itself, but it'll take that long, unless some intervention happens.
3 days without magic.
That's not the worst. At least you still have her limbs.
You look down and you're missing your leg. No.
At least it could be worse.
Absolutely.
Looking at the
I won't
female,
lie, I thought you were...
the woman who you saved seems to be leaning on you at this point, Theolyn, unconscious, because you grabbed her and brought her in. This seems to be... not Nazimir. This would be... what race could this be, actually? Actually, let me think. This seems to be
Totally original race.
a demi-human. A jaguar-based humanoid woman.
From Turam.
Yes, probably from Darath. You get. Continue.
She alright?
I hope so. She was stabbed by that ritualistic dagger. I managed to heal her some, but, well, at least she's alive.
She is shaking because it is very cold here, even with the fire, because she is nude.
I'll wrap my coat of holding around her.
Okay.
It's not much, but it's better than what she was not wearing.
Here, you should take this back. As I give Theolyn the potion of healing that I got from his coat earlier. I use this to heal you in there.
Thanks.
Though I was almost certain you were dead. That thing had really did a number on you.
Yes, well, thanks to your quick thinking, I managed to pull through, so thank you.
Yes. It seemed that hag tried... whatever you did to it, whatever you did to it for it, it put you down. It hurt it. I missed most of my spells, and the ones I did hit were able to finish it off, luckily. But it looks like you had done the most damage.
I mean, it doesn't matter. We work well as a team, so...
It appears we do.
I am on a journey to the Three Spires city. I need to meet with an Archmage Sypha and warn the Lich's Union about an interloper named Tobias Pharaoh. He is working for the Great Lich Horacles. I'm not sure to what end, but he's gathering information for him.
You immediately recognize the name Tobias Pharaoh, Titan. He was the one who hurried up the process in trying to get you to prove yourself, and what ultimately got you kicked out. I'll say title, he seems to be going to each of the noble houses of the areas surrounding the Three Mountains, and is looking for someone of great power or ability. You're not sure why, but he seems to be hurrying houses to try and prove something.
You said Tobias? As in... I hope it's not the same Tobias I'm thinking of.
Tobias Pharaoh. He's a recently made noble. He bought a house near a port city. And he has a meeting with the Lich's Union. I'm not sure if I'm too late for this, but
He was the same one who would... Well, you already saved my life. So there's no harm in telling. He was the one that kicked me out of my house, my noble house. And, well, he didn't do it himself, but he hurried the process to prove myself. And there was a lot of politics to it. It was as if he was searching for something. Someone.
it's bureaucracy at its finest. But it might be related to whatever mission Horacles has him doing. Hopefully we're not too late. I don't know how long ago this was for you, but Ideally, if we were able to rest peacefully, hopefully the bear
As you look
will allow us.
back towards the bear, it seems to have approached you at the moment. It's staring, as it seems to
Oh,
hover over you about 15 feet tall, its body made of just starlight and translucent almost. It seems to stare at the both of you, and you hear in your minds, "Why do you come here? For what purpose? Redemption, the greater good."
I
Here
like
specific.
exchange quick looks with Theolyn.
Do you mean the cave, or do you mean to the city?
Why are you here? Why do you exist?
That is a very existential question.
Who are you?
My name is
And I-
Tadal Wave. This is. Go ahead.
I am Theolyn Caldwell.
Theolyn. Title. I am Ursala, guardian of this glade, this valley. What answers do you seek coming to this mountain? What answers do you seek coming to this valley? Why have you come to the land of the gods? The holy place of creation.
I'm here to seek out Sypha on regards to a man named Sir Ryan Farrow, and I'm also here to warn the Liches Union about a Tobias Farrow being in cohorts with the Lich Horcles.
It looks towards you, Title. And why are you here?
I am here to try and redeem myself of my family.
The one you search for. She stares at the tower. You'll find nearby. You who searches for redemption. Redemption starts with yourself. Otherwise it is but vengeance. And vengeance is nothing but violence.
What?
I shall safeguard this woman until you return. You may rest here for the night, if you wish. I
Please.
believe, Tidal, that what you truly seek can be found in the tower as well. As the Ursa Minor walks back towards its little moonlight spot and sits down to rest.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's let's get some rest for the night, Title. You must be exhausted.
Oh, I am.
I'll take first watch.
As I just almost flop over, almost unconscious immediately.
I started to get comfortable. I'll take first watch. Give it a second.
Make a perception check for me, Theolyn.
Yeah. Hey, can I get my 8th nat 20, please?
I swear, if you get a nat 20, I'm giving you 2 DM's inspirations.
It'd be good. Come on! 26. I was so close!
Wow.
So close!
You watch as the night sky begins to push snow down, and you watch as the woman that's unconscious is having a rough time at the moment. So your watch is about 4 hours into your watch. She seems to be having a rough time. She's sweating. You can see her entire face is going pale.
Is this like a birth thing?
You can see that it looks like she's going into labor. It seems.
Oh shit. Is she awake, or is she still
You
unconscious?
can see that her eyes are opening every so often, but she seems to barely be conscious.
Hey, focus on me, and I'm gonna help her in labor.
Make a medicine check for You've never helped give birth, so make it with disadvantage.
Oh.
You're not a studied doctor.
It's
Plus-
a good thing you
plus
didn't
the
wake me up.
elements, yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't wake me up because my plan was to use telekinesis to take the baby out of her.
No, that would cause untold amount of damage.
Yeah, like it felt like a good idea to me for like 30 seconds straight, and I was like, wait a second.
I don't have thing. I don't have thing. A branding smite. I'm just kidding.
Double nat 1, you just like rip her open to take the baby out.
No, I'll Can I like cure wounds her? Not to like seal whatever's happening, but to like give her like some relief of pain as I'm
Sure.
doing this.
It acts as morphine. Sure.
Could I? This is a completely like off-kilter question, but could I like reach inside of her and cast Dimension Door inside of her and cast
What the
teleport
fuck?
baby
No!
out?
What the fuck?
In technicality, you could. If
That
the
is
fetus
so
was a
out
willing
of
creature.
pocket.
Anyways,
That is
so
so out of pocket.
Theolyn, roll.
Does that cure wounds get rid of my disadvantage or no?
Sure.
19.
Over the process of the next few hours, you manage to help her eventually end her labor and give birth. However, as you're holding the crying baby in your hands, you see that she rubs its head before she does pass away, unfortunately.
I have a revivify.
Too bad you can't cast spells.
You
Oh,
motherfucker, how dare
fuck!
you?
No!
As her mother seems to pass on, you hold this female demi-human in your hands. Born, you take a little bit of cloth and wrap her up as the Ursa Minor comes over as she's crying. Tidal, you do awaken at this point to the crying. You're like, what the fuck is that noise?
What the hell is that crying?
It's a baby.
Baby? Were you
The
pregnant?
woman. No, the woman.
Of course.
She died.
Oh.
Firebolt.
Made the... No! I would much rather use Burning Hand.
It has a better area of effect.
Yeah, of course. I could hit all four of them.
The world loses a life but gains another.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
The beaches of Sugaroth will gain another soul. Hopefully this child can live out the life that her mother lost.
As you guys get your rest, and the Ursa Minor takes care of the baby for the night, eventually you awaken in the morning as the small bit of snow exists, and the Ursa Minor looks to you. I shall take care of the young one for the time being. Return when the snows melt, if you wish to take her with you. The place of man is cruel and unyielding. She would be better raised in the wilds. As she pulls the child with her the next day, you eventually bury the mother and begin to trek your way towards the tower. Do you guys want to continue, or do you want to end here?
There's one last thing I'd like to say.
Sure.
So, how do you feel about that? As I point towards Sir Osmond Gold's sword. You were
Yeah.
supposed to give it back, but looks like fate had other plans.
You are absolutely right. I will have to meet with him in the Holy City.
Yes, well, until then, you could,
Do you
use
want
the
to
sword
use it?
if you would like to look at it. Sir Osmond told the legend.
I unhooked the sword from my side. Well, I'm not sure if you're able to use it, but I see no harm.
I don't need to see it. Simply holding it's enough for me.
Here you go.
I used to idolize him back when I was a child. As I'm like looking over the sword, like fawning over it.
You see a few dents in it, and it's a really well-worn magical sword. It definitely holds the legends in it, and if you were able to cast Legend Lore, you could probably see many of the things that it's been used for.
I really wish I could cast it, but I can't. Such a beautiful piece of steel. Here, take it back. I know he's expecting it from you.
Yes, indeed.
Eventually, garnering yourselves a boat and making your way to the tower. You eventually cut through the forests. Do you guys want to keep going? I can keep going as long as you want.
Are you good, Theolyn?
I'm good. I know you said I didn't know if you were tired or not.
No,
I am tired, but doing all of this is kind of woken me up.
Hey.
So I'm good.
Continuing along, you eventually make your way through the forests of the surrounding area, seeing a few of the wildlife that are creatures made of just pure blue magic. And eventually, getting to the tower. Its base has a single door. And there's writing on its archway. What languages do you guys speak?
Common, Dwarvish, Celestial, and Primordial.
Okay.
Celestial, Common, Draconic, and Giant.
It has a mix of Sylvan, Celestial, Primordial, and Giant.
Damn.
But not the common ones that you know of. It is an older form of each of the scripts mixed into one to create this strange morphic language.
Out of character, I didn't even know I took Giant. It's part of the Sage background, and I never specified which language I took, so it just auto went to Giant.
Well, Giant makes sense because there are giant, like, hill giants here and stuff.
Okay, that's good then.
As you look, you manage to piece together most of the language here, and you get the feeling that it states Alma's magical sanctuary.
Who's Alma?
Would I know who Alma is?
Make a history check, because you are pretty well informed about history.
Nat 20.
That's what you fucking needed, piece of shit. It was a 30, so you got it just barely.
Holy crap.
Because you rolled a 25 with nat 20, that's a success. So, you've heard of tales of ancient ruins being found recently, a lot recently. Especially in Fafnir, in the region of the World Sea and the World Sea and the Peaceful Sea area. Of a mage that's created ruins, and they hint to a man named Alma. Especially on Draconia. There was one recently found by a few people that housed an automaton. Alma is believed to have been a mage who made great wonders from the First Age. But it is unknown much else besides he was elven in nature. It is believed he was existent since before the First Age. So the Age of Creation. That's a working theory, but you're unsure.
That housed an automaton?
An automaton, yes.
Okay.
You believe the designation was Veronica.
That's who her creator was. Allegedly. Alright, I relay all this information, like all legends and tales and everything that I know to Theolyn.
Oh wow. To stand in the tower of such a
Outside.
famed... To stand outside the tower of such a famed historical figure is quite the marvel. Maybe if... Yeah?
This is historical. Now we need to find a way in it. Oh, did I
Are we in front of a door?
The doorway, yeah, with a door.
Can I try and open it?
As you reach towards the door handle, there's a magical barrier. And you see script appear on it. It says, "Bring forth the 3 mythical beasts within this forest. The guardians shall grant you passage. Ursula, Mortus, and Drioka." You see Ursula's name light up.
Interesting.
Okay.
The Ursa Minor, if you recall. Or whatever the fuck I called
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
All right.
Mortus, and what was the other one?
Drake.
Ursula.
Uh,
I think it was Drakina.
Drakina, yeah.
Yeah.
Drakina.
Well, it looks like we have to find 2 more of these.
Well, hopefully they're as kind to us as Ursula was.
Hopefully.
So,
Where could they be, though? Maybe we could ask Ursula.
As you
I feel like
go ahead.
that might be the best course of action. But
Theolyn,
I'm not sure she was looking forward to us coming back so soon.
as Tidal is speaking, you hear, and you look to your left, and you see this 30-foot tall, glowing blue moose with star-like patterns across its body. And it stares down at you.
Mortus.
What are you talking about? As like turn around. Oh.
I am the guardian Mortus you seek. Prove yourselves. As he charges you. What are you two doing?
Can't cast spells. Shit. Dodge out of the way of the charging moose.
Alright, you dodged.
Dimension door.
Title, you dimension door, okay. As you both dodge, he stops just in front of the door. Prove yourselves as he looks towards you both again and charges at you, Theolyn.
I'm going to...
I'd say
Kinda-
I dimension door about like 10 feet next to him.
Yeah, that's fine. He charges you both again.
I will wait until until I have a good bit of distance, dodge, and then try to get on top of it.
Sure. Make an acrobatics check.
How tall was this thing again?
30 feet.
Jesus Christ. If now would be the good time rolling that 20.
Yeah, just ask Title. He's done it so many times.
You said acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics. As you jump from a tree and try to push yourself on top of it,
19.
your foot slips, and you slam into its side and fall to the ground prone as it seems to kick you in the side. You suffer, because you've gotten a long rest, 30 points of bludgeoning damage. Sorry, not bludgeoning, force damage.
Damn. I was so close to a net 20. I need that to succeed.
One off.
Meanwhile, Tidal, he turns towards you and starts to charge towards you now. What are you doing?
I am going to erupt the very earth below him as I cast Erupting Earth at 5th level.
He fails his saving throw. He's going to legendary resistance.
He's a big baby. Alright. 5d12 been halved, so 43 halved.
This is bludgeoning damage, right?
Wait, cast spell using 4th level, so it'd be...
This is bludgeoning
Yeah,
damage,
no,
correct?
Yeah.
He's completely immune to all damage besides force.
Oh.
So as you... the earth erupts around him, you see it just passes through him, and then he just continues his charge as he slams into you. Let's see.
Fuck.
That's a natural 20 for 40. What's your AC?
18.
That is a triple crit, so that's 2, 4, 8 times the damage. Uh-oh.
I think I'm dead.
No, I revivify.
You
What's
can't use it.
What is 36 times 8?
288.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Is that how you do it? No? Okay. 288? You watch as your friend Tidal goes slamming into the wall and just falls unconscious. He's not trying to kill.
Okay.
He looks towards you now, Theolyn. Prove yourself. As he's going to rush at you now.
Dodge out of the way, and as he's running by me, I Eldritch Blast 4 times.
Go ahead.
This guy actually one-shot me. That's insane.
Got a nat 20, to be fair.
It's a guardian.
I know. It's fucking Gesh all over again.
28, 18, 22, and 14.
28 hits.
Okay.
I'm just so happy
13.
he's trying
13,
to
you
test
deal
force
no
damage.
damage.
It's force.
You deal no damage. He has a little bump you have to get over to deal anything.
Wait, can I even cast cantrips?
No. So you... Shit.
Guns.
He slams you again with the side of his horn.
Well, I still dodged out of the way.
Yeah, but he turns around and slams you.
Alright, well, I had the displacer ability.
Oh my god.
Oh, true. Okay, let me roll again. 23.
23 hits.
He slams into you again as you suffer, I'll just say 30 damage.
You don't want to roll to
Bullshit.
kill him again, don't you?
I don't have access to spells at the
Prove
moment.
yourself.
How?
Cowardice gets you nowhere.
I can't cast spells, mighty beast. Magical mishaps. I can't fight at my full
Who
potential.
speaks of magic? Prove your might. You do not need magic. You are yourself. As he charges at you, what are you doing?
Domain expansion.
Fortunately, that requires magic.
It does it? It didn't
Mhm.
say it didn't.
Just punch him really
It is
hard.
considered a magical effect, yes.
Alright.
Actually, no, it is an essence of your soul. You summon it, and it just continues to run towards you.
Yeah.
22?
That does hit, yeah.
Slams into you again, sending you flying upwards. You take 30 more damage. You land on the ground.
Alright, and now I inverse it.
These chains wrap around it, but find no purchase.
Okay, so it's immune to also being restrained?
This is a magical creature. Created
I
of
figured.
pure magic.
If only we had some sort of like this.
I will say this. It is a purely spectral creature, it seems. Technically, no, because your chains aren't physical, they are spectral in nature, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. It makes a save, correct? Or what?
No, it's just restrained.
You see it's restrained for a second. It looks towards you. Roll a persuasion check. With advantage.
Yeah. Oh, 1d20 plus 9.
I will say Moria's domain is magical, however.
Yeah,
so
it absolutely is. This is 25.
You look at him break the chain and your entire domain shatters. And he looks towards you. Better. Again. And it charges you.
Oh, god damn it.
So, what are you doing as it comes towards you?
I'm
Title,
gonna
you wake
dodge
up at
out
this
of.
point.
I'm gonna dodge out of the way,
Once again,
And-
weakness. You're showing weakness.
and then no, as it's like going by me,
Mhm.
I'm going to. I want to say I want to try and get on top of it again, but I need a nat 20 in order to do that. I think instead of dodging out of the way, this is going to be really stupid, especially considering my strength is not high at all. I'm gonna. Can I give it a hexblade curse, and then if I try to
Hexblade's
fucking
curse is
stop.
magical.
Okay. I'm gonna. This is dumb. I'm gonna try and stop it.
Okay. So as you stand there, as it comes towards you, you pull up your hands to go grab its horns. Make an intimidation check. Well, add your intimidation to your athletics here.
Okay.
It's roll. It's well, it's athletics. Okay.
There's no way I'm beating that. I can't beat that without a nat 20.
Well, then roll the nat 20.
Rolling that 20.
No.
It slams you to the ground for 30 more damage. However, it seems to stand over you. Good. And it looks over to you, Title.
Uh-oh.
Prove yourself. Title.
Alright.
What do you do?
I cast Dominate Person at 5th level.
Dominate Person does not affect this moose, because it's not a humanoid.
You wanna fight, bitch? You gotta fight!
You're like,
And I start...
Whoop!
just trip over my own fucking feet and fall down.
Yeah, so what do you do?
No, I charge straight at him.
Alright.
And I am going to make an unarmed strike against him.
Sure, make an unarmed strike.
Come on, Yodas.
19.
Misses. But as you go, you like strike his hide, but it just passes through him, and you're like, fuck, Spectre, that's right. He slams you into the wall. As you come back to consciousness, he looks at you. Good. You see he vanishes, and the name Mortus glows. Both of you come back to full health.
Ah. Thank God.
You both also gain the any charges of your domain or spells that you've spent.
I didn't use any spells, so that's great.
I used Dimension Door and 2 5th levels. Okay, that's it.
Well, you get the max, so. And now Dracokin is all that's left.
I'm like rubbing my hand. Ooh, I'm not the brightest.
Neither am I, friend. Actually, I have a 22 intelligence dice as in character. I completely forgot about it.
That thing hits like a truck.
Yeah, it's something.
You see crawling across the tower this elongated lizard-like living creature, gecko I should say, its eyes bulging to the side and looking around itself. These wings that seem to flitter and flap, they seem to break off into two, almost like a butterfly's wings. As it stands there, its tongue licks out and licks one of its eyeballs and stares down at you. It's made of this purplish green energy.
That's a weird looking dragon.
It's a lizard.
Potato, potato.
It opens its mouth. I need both of you to make me Constitution saving throws as this high-pitched scream hits you both.
You had a +5 or a +4?
Yes. It's a +5.
Okay.
You both succeed in managing to only take 1 point of thunder damage as this creature continues to blow this at you, and then closes its mouth. Flies away before disappearing, and the last name shines as the door shimmers away, and you see the door is now no longer magically sealed, as a heavy wind blows through the forest.
Looks like we're allowed in.
Appears to be.
Shall we?
Please, ladies first.
Fuck you. And I'll head in.
As you head in, you see the bottom of this tower has maps, tables, and different pieces of glass that seem to be set up. And as you go up to one of the glass pieces, you rub the base of it, which has a they're glass panes of crystal almost, with small bits of rock they're embedded to in the bottom. And as you go up and rub the bit of rock, you watch as the glass shines, and you can see different animals, different points of the valley that you're in. And you can see almost ecological surveys going on here. You can see designs for large, you can see a design for creatures and splicing creatures, it seems.
What marvels.
This is quite a lot to take in. Ursa Minor said what we seek would be in here. It's perhaps in the higher floor.
You see the stairway that continues upwards. You know this, Theolyn.
Yeah.
There are recent footsteps in here that displace the dust.
Title.
Yes.
The recent footprints on the stairs.
2 sets of them. One
Two
more recent
sets.
than the other. One small and feline-like.
Are there any footsteps of them coming back down?
Yes, up and down. One set that seems to be thin but human-like. which seems almost female in nature.
We should
Right.
approach with caution.
Agreed. Let's stay wary in case they may have set up any traps.
Of course.
Eventually, following the footsteps up, you pass by a few rooms. One that seems to be a bedroom. One that seems to be a room with cages and a laboratory for splicing pets. You see another one that seems to have a door to it, and as you try to open it, it's locked. The stairs keep heading up if you would like to continue past there.
Can I knock on the door?
No response.
Let me give it a try.
Okay.
So I stand before the door, and it looks like I'm about to start to cast a spell. I wave my hands at it, and then I say, "Open sesame."
The door opens.
That
As
worked.
you see a magical script appear on the door frame. I'm not fucking with you. That's what I planned that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there was a magic keyword for the door, and it was open sesame.
Great job, title. We go in.
Let's go.
I meant to do that.
Completely on purpose.
As you both enter in,
Models.
you see vats and bodies. You see humanoid creatures. You see a table in the center with massive pile of notes. And in its center, a small vat that seems to be handheld, with two metal pieces on the edge with strutted pieces of metal as well. And you can see in the liquid there is a floating bit of golden liquid with a small scale in it.
Tiny.
What the?
Is that a...
You can see multiple of these humanoids in the vats themselves have similar scales popping out of different parts of their body, but they seem to be injured or half cocked. Some have grown extra arms, some have grown two dicks. Some are halfway through a transformation of turning into a draconic-like creature. Some of them are just splitting apart.
What was happening here? What? Are these all people? Are these all dragonoids?
Do you wish to approach one of these vats to look?
Yes.
As you approach, you see a small table in front, like a small table affixed to the vats. And as you wipe it, you see a magical screen appear, and you see Test Subject A. Name redacted. Experiment A consists of pouring a small amount of the liquid into the vat and seeing what happens. You see the notes state minor changes to the body. Scales seem to form but not fully grow. The body becomes more dragonoid and like hide. Failure. Dispose of later. And you look at the creature and you can see their body is more like a hide, like dragon hide, this humanoid man.
Thank God. So these were all just science experiments? These poor people.
And the note says disclose later. It looks like later never came.
You approach another vat,
Right.
and there's a dragonborn of red color, we'll say. And you can see golden scales have grown out like crystals on different parts of his body. Dragonborn. I tried the same experiment with Test Subject A. This is Test Subject A2. Failure. It seems the dragonborn blood does not mix well with other dragonborn blood. A new subject is needed. Failure. Dispose of later.
Dragonborn blood he's experimenting on?
Sorry. Dragonoid blood, specifically.
Okay. Alright, well. Let's keep looking.
Another one. You begin to look around and you start to see different races, halflings, gnomes, creatures that came around during the first stage or after. And they're being experimented on with the same types of things. Test range A's are just putting a drop in. Test range B's are clipping off a bit of the scale and putting it into the body and seeing what happens. That usually ends in the body rupturing in parts. Test C seems to be mixing the blood with the blood of mixing the blood with a scale and then putting it in the body to see what happens. That usually comes to a more complete version, but it doesn't fully complete. It only does half the face and then the creature dies. And then you see 3 vats, 2 of which are empty and 1 that is broken open. You see test F. Sorry. No, this would be... No, test F. Specimen needed on test 3 and 2. Test F. Race. Ozmir. This test concludes of the blood transfusion as well as clippings of the scales. So far, it looks promising. Test subject has not died after 3 months of contamination. However, they have not shown signs of improving aside from a bit of strange abilities. Dispose of later. Test unconclusive.
Dispose of? Was he just using these people?
I'm growing these people.
You can always look at the notes on the table, by the way, too.
I will look at the notes of the table and then try to see if there's any notes about just this empty vat with the golden liquid and this single scale in it.
Well, that's not an empty vat. That's a full vat, and it's like a small vat that's like a handheld, like a battery. Think of that, like a science fiction battery. It's placed on the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, investigation, please, if you don't mind.
Are you giving me the help action?
Yeah. I'm very curious about what's been happening here. So I would love to help you. And with the researcher background, the sage researcher, actively wanting to search the knowledge.
Yeah, 24.
24. Looking through, it's called Project Golden Scale. Reading through, Alma's notes seem to mention traveling to the Dragon's Ridge, or the Dragon's Spine Ridge, after the events that transpired in the creation of the mountain ridge there. Collecting a remaining scale that existed of Shugaroth after the battle. And trying to place this celestial dragon's very essence into other creatures to see what would happen. Because he was interested.
And this is Alma?
This is Alma's handwriting, yes. It is very beautifully written. And after each, 5 pages, you see a handprint placed on the page of Alma's, and you can see there are 7 fingers, 3 index fingers.
Your various races just to see what would happen.
The notes begin quite condescending. Failure, 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 failure. Eventually you start to get to the strange oddities with the Ozmir blood. It seems the celestial nature of the dragon and the Ozmir seem to combine well, but it's unknown the possibilities that will happen. And eventually, as that begins to go, you see the order form that hasn't been submitted yet for 2 more Ozmir that are heavily wounded. He seems to be buying heavily wounded individuals that don't seem like they will survive their injuries, specifically. Those 2 orders never went out. And you could see why, because there's a note that states, Participant 1 of Test F escaped the lab early this morning. Where he has gone, I do not know. Hunting him down would be unfruitful. Leaving him in an enclosed space would not let him grow. Let's see what happens later on. Maybe, let's say, due to his Ozmir blood calculations, 300,000 years or so. And you see the date that's written. Title, with your history proficiency, or your history knowledge anyways, that is a date written a few months before the Second God War started.
hell?
So,
See?
looking at all this information you're getting here, you feel this was billions of years of research.
This is disgusting, but so much.
You also see the scale is labeled the dragon's spine. And it is a piece of Sugaroth's scale from when he was down on the ridge before Auradon's creation. Long ago before Auradon's creation.
This was written before the very end. Was it before the Second God War or at the very end of it?
Before the Second God Wars, which
Okay.
would be about 300,000 years ago, or more. And the rest of those notes seem to predate that even. So it seems to be billions of years of research and a little bit of politics on the world as it goes along too. Like this king, the king of the angelic aliens, won't let me collect this. And then eventually you start to get into different notes. The Lich's Union has caused problems for me in the collection of dead bodies. They wish to resort to sending them to Night Stella to be used as a working force. I cannot allow that. The fog wall has become a problem now. There are a lot of mentions of different things.
This is.
yeah.
Oh, this is aged. This is so old. Like hundreds of thousands of years old.
A few of the
And
pieces
it's-
of paper that you pick up do crumble in your hands because of how old they are.
Sorry, scratch that. Billions of years old.
My god.
Out of character, were we not supposed to get in this room?
No, you could have. Why?
No, I just thought it was really funny that I spoke the command word without realizing it.
Yeah, I do too.
It's all, it's all just like DLC content.
We managed to get get the encryption key with an early access.
As you look at these papers, you see a name for the only successful project.
The Asmar. Or
Gelda. A female Osmir.
Gelda?
Guelda.
Is the name
well done.
the only surviving test subject.
Well, not survivor, just successful.
Yeah.
For all we know, some of these things could still be alive in the tanks, experiencing
Title.
every bit of.
Make a history check. As you start to think for a second.
Hellbat.
I do be thinking. Oh, thank God you said. Wait, no, because it's mental. That one.
Okay. Never mind, continue.
Dang it. That was weird. I almost thought of something, but it lost me.
It's
Now then,
okay.
what should we do with all of this?
I believe you should hand it to me. And you hear, stepping into the room behind you, heels. As stepping in, you see this pale-skinned woman with noble features, blue robes, and orangish red hair, many different rings on her fingers, and a large staff in her hand. As Theolyn, you recognize this individual immediately. Stepping in is the Archmage Darath Sypha. You do
Sypha.
recognize the footprints now.
Oh, thank God. I've been sent here by I've been sent to find you by Sir Ryan Farrow.
Oh, Ryan's still alive. Interesting. I lost his presence in the world, so I thought he died. Good to know he's alive.
Good.
Yes, indeed. What was I to do? Give me a second.
I'm aware, by the way, that you come here with intent to find me, as the little man Tosk has come by recently. Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
it's good to know that Toss got here safely.
Yes, he wanted his floating tower, so he left very quickly.
Floating tower?
I didn't realize you wanted a floating tower. That's actually quite new for me.
Yes. Anyways, he did mention you in a few notes, but I need to make sure you are Theolyn. Do you have his ring?
Yes, with his insignia.
Hand it over.
Yeah, of course.
She grabs
And
it,
I'll
and you
do
see
that.
she casts Identify on it. This is his ring, and she hands it back to you. Alright. Well. We'll talk soon. Hello, Titled. It's been a while. I think I met you a year or two ago, but you probably don't recall me. I was just a traveling mage.
Apologies. If I had known someone of your stature was so prevalent, I would have tried harder to memorize your face.
Anyways, I'll be taking those notes if you do not mind. Safekeeping, of course.
But before that, you are an archmage. After an explosion, after dealing with some hags, it seems my magical circuitry has gone haywire. Is there something you could possibly do?
She reaches over and touches you. As you feel the magic come back into your veins, but you have no magic to use at the moment.
Thank you.
How did you do that?
Simple. Do you want me to do it on you?
No, my magical circuits are fine.
I basically just purged the magic that was running through his veins, to attempt to cause them to allow them to realign without having to drain them first, which made it very easy for his magic circuits to return to normal.
I see.
It's what we do when we have to deal with someone who has magical overflow in their circuits. The horrible disease, but you learn to live with it sometimes.
Right. Thank you. It's good to know. So,
Anyways,
if you are to take these research notes, I would like to go ahead and warn you. They are old, very old, as in they crumble if you as so much as touch them.
understood. Hey, let's take a 5-minute break or something. I need to go to the bathroom because I have rock gut right now.
I'm fine with this. I need to pee.
Yeah, I have really bad rock gut right now, so give me like 5-10 minutes.